Let's start. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hi. I hope you can hear us well.
Hello.
Always the most difficult thing with streaming is making sure the audio is right. So if you can't hear us, do let me know. I would try to fix that. Airbee, on your side as well, would you like to do like a test?
Hello. I hope you can hear me. Everything works.
Yeah, so welcome into the stream, everyone. I have not in a while done a Q&A session. Airbee, welcome in. Thank you so much for accepting the invite, and I hope you have a good time. Now, on my side, I would like to do a little introduction to you and then pretty much get straight into it. So Airbee is a talented streamer, coder, VR creator who shares like amazing tips and helpful tutorials on YouTube, does world hopping series here on Twitch as well. And one of the things that you are very passionate about is to make avatar creation accessible to everyone. So from my perspective, you have done a lot of work. I've seen your work on like GitHub as well. So super well-rounded creator. I'm very happy to have you here. A warm welcome in.
Thank you for inviting. Happy to be here. A little excited.
Yeah.
We'll just have a good time.
Yeah. So, first things first. Can you do a little introduction about yourself?
Yeah, of course. I'm Airbee. I'm 24 years old. I live in Austria, close to Vienna. My job is IT support. I really enjoy helping people, which is also coming through the video stuff, tutorials and stuff. I like gaming, and VR is a huge hobby of mine ever since 2018. I got into VR for Beat Saber and then kind of stuck around with VR chat.
Yeah.
I have a lot of VR hardware. It's like the main hobby I spend money on.
Yeah, fair enough. Like people like to say that VR chat is like the most expensive free game that you can play because of all of the equipment you have to buy. Software not so much, but definitely from the equipment side, the cost starts adding up.
Yes, but once I read, in one comment on YouTube, it was like, I wonder if VR is too expensive on hobby. And then I remembered car enthusiasts exist. Imagine car enthusiasts, they spend way more money on their hobby and traveling as well. Like VR in comparison is still a rather cheap hobby, I would say.
That's true. That is true. Actually, can't say anything else about that. I think people who like are hobby car people. What's going on? I don't know.
Yeah.
How did you get started as a content creator, and what inspired you to begin?
Okay. So there's like two different starts I could talk about. Technically, like I made videos when I was 12 already, a child. I was just like making funny skits with a cousin or on my own or whatever random stuff I could think of. So very early, and then I started uploading videos as well on YouTube when I was 13 or so. Did some Trackmania videos. I did Minecraft videos. Yeah. It was all in German back then. Basically that. Yeah. I started also making tutorials back then. But it was very all over the place. I just did whatever. And eventually I started, when I had 50 subscriptions on YouTube, 50 subs, I made a special for a Twitch stream. Oh my god, it's gonna be live. That's crazy. So that was at first a special, and then I made another stream for when I had 100 subs, and then I realized, wait, streaming is kind of fun. Yeah. I just want to do that mainly. I was doing more streams, and then I had a year break, and then I did more and less, and it was changing. And then well, actually, it's coming later, right? When it was a bit more VR chat focused was like a little bit later, where I
Mm-hmm.
did it more serious in a way, but I think that comes later anyways.
Mm-hmm. I see. So kind of, it's been part and parcel of your life for a very long time to make stuff
Yeah.
on
And
YouTube.
also, like, regardless of YouTube and Twitch, I've always loved games where you can do your own stuff. Like in Trackmania, I've played that a lot. You could build your own tracks. In Minecraft, you can build your own levels.
Yeah.
In rhythm games, you can make your own beat maps. Like basically anything that I've spent a lot of time on has user created content.
Mm-hmm.
Where I also tried to do something.
Yeah, where like you get to make your own stuff. And then I suppose eventually that does lead you into like making, for example, tutorials on how to do this and that. It's like if you tried it yourself, of course. And
Exactly.
I want to kind of ask you specifically, even though from what we heard from you so far, we kind of have an answer. What platforms do you create on and where are you most active?
So Twitch and YouTube is basically it. Started off with YouTube, went over to Twitch. Then I was for a long time just active on Twitch, then back to YouTube a bit. Now it's both a little bit with different purposes though. I did use Twitter for a little while, but I really dislike Twitter or X.
Yeah.
I tried it for a week and then I was like, nah, I'm out. I don't like this.
Yeah, no, valid.
Any other platforms?
I mean, I think content we can like expand a little, like not necessarily just video content, but also if you make avatars, do you put them on Gumroad? Do you make worlds?
Well,
Where do they go? What do you do on GitHub? Like, where are you? Where do you genuinely
yeah.
linger
Okay.
as you make stuff?
Well, mostly VR chat, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So like avatars and worlds and VR chat. I don't yet have something on Gumroad or Booth. I would like to.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did some stuff from scratch that I think would really. I want people to use it, right? I made it. I think it looks cool. I want to see it being used.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to put it there for free. I didn't do that yet because I want to prepare it properly so that it is not a pain to set up.
Yeah, you have to, you have to write for that, right? Like you were like, here, instructions, tutorial, press these buttons.
Exactly. You need to prepare things so that it works out properly. But yeah, and as you said, GitHub, I have one project there where I have like a world library collection because I like world hopping a lot and I saved a lot of them. And
that's a bit like, how do you say, like, it's not a recent project, right? Like it's a bit old.
2 years? It feels like it started yesterday, but I guess it's been 2 years.
I'm trying to move up a little bit into center. Give me a moment. Maybe.
No worries.
Too much. I think that works. Okay, so mostly you are here on VRChat, which makes sense because everybody loves VRChat and we have thousands of hours on Steam. Yay!
4,000. How many hours do you have?
I'm still in the thousands, actually. Like, even after like I got started and I like now come on VRChat more often than I used to because of like streaming and whatnot, I'm still in the thousands. But this is not accurate because for the longest time I played on Quest, so I must have about 1,000 hours in there as well, and there's like no way to track that. Just on Steam, I'm still in thousands. So, I think you maybe told us a little bit because you said, okay, when you started streaming after your 50 subs on YouTube, you felt like, hey, streaming is fun and I want to do this. But was there like a specific moment where you felt like I'm going to like do this seriously? Whether like it's Twitch or content creation or like making avatars or I don't know, like was there like a moment where you were like, okay, this is going to be my life?
Well, so that's one thing I need to say. I talked to you before already, but I really want to keep this as much as a hobby as I can, and I don't want to have any connection with money with this, so I don't want to do it seriously and like make it my income thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was of course times where I thought I'm gonna invest more time, spend more time doing it, and put more work into it, more effort, trying to make it good. I think back then, now that I think about it, it started once I was comfortable using my voice. At the start, I was just uploading cool Trackmania runs, and then I did like whatever Minecraft videos, but it was all without voice. At some point, I started talking, but I changed the pitch in the end. And at some point, I was like, I don't care, let's just talk. And I think that's the moment where I started making videos daily back then and really put more time and effort into it. And then recently, it started with VRChat again to actually become a bigger thing again when a friend of mine. So I like collecting worlds. I think there's so much awesome stuff in VRChat, and I love it, and it's so cool. And some people keep telling there's no good worlds in VRChat. No, there's a lot of good worlds in VRChat. And I was upset that people said there's no good worlds.
I don't know a single person who has ever said this. I don't know a single person.
Yeah, I know too many. Oh. And then a friend of mine was like, you collect all of these worlds. What if you just showcase them, like make videos about it? And I was like, I could do that. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I did a random test video doing that, and it had a lot more interest and feedback than I expected, and it was also fun for me. And then I started doing it more, and I really enjoyed it. And then I tried to make daily videos again, and so like in 2022, I started putting more effort into it, trying to make better thumbnails, kind of bring a concept in it, make it more coherent. Have a red line, make sense as a concept.
That's interesting, because I think maybe my introduction to VRChat itself is actually through another, well, not quite, but me really getting immersed had to do with meeting another streamer. Her name is Jewelry, and I had her here. She was the first guest, and what she did exclusively on Twitch at the time was, and what she still does too, like pretty regularly, is world hopping. And I'm gonna have Kerun come in next week, and he also does world hopping, and exclusively that's pretty much all they do. I mean, not all they do, but majority of what they do is like showcasing worlds. So it like surprises me to hear that there are people that say like, wow, there are no good worlds on VRChat. Like, what are you guys doing?
I guess you don't go to public instances a lot, right?
I do.
True, actually, now that you do.
I do, yeah.
But maybe it's also been like more a while ago, like 2 years ago. I think it was more common. Now it's less. So
maybe. I think are your like world hopping series that you did like on YouTube, like Showcase? That's what you do. Were they like around that time, like 2 years ago, or do you like you?
Yeah.
Do
I think it started around 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. No, I think maybe 2 years ago, this statement might hold a little bit of truth too. Like, worlds on VRChat definitely in the last 2 years have upped like the ante incredibly. But yeah, maybe 2 years ago, if somebody said there aren't any good worlds, I'd be like, maybe. I mean, there's a few. Okay. So, thank you. And how has your journey treated you so far? Among everything that you do, how do you feel?
Good. I'm having fun. I enjoy doing the stuff I do.
Good.
And people enjoy it too. I get positive feedback. I'm happy. People are happy. All good.
all good vibes. Nice. And what was the most challenging part?
Schedule? Yeah, definitely schedule. So I'm gonna focus most of the stuff now on the VRChat part from 2022. So I tried making a video every week that really challenging for me. Sometimes I didn't feel like it, and then I didn't want to. And it's still like that, but now I just don't stress about it too much anymore. But scheduling stuff is hard, and I think for a long time thumbnails as well. I was not happy with my thumbnails for a long time, but now I am.
Okay. Good. I remember when we initially had a few conversations about like, okay, like what your process is and whatnot, and you told me about the thumbnails. You're like, the thumbnails. But
didn't like them at the start. Now I do.
Do you think? Okay, this genuine question from my side. Like, do you think thumbnails has to do a lot with like whether people watch your video or not? Like, why is it that you are like maybe peculiar about the way a thumbnail looks? Like, how important is it?
I think a thumbnail. How do I say this? It is the first thing you see. It for tutorials, I think it's maybe not that important. Like if you look how to do this and that, and you find a few videos, probably there's not gonna be a billion, but maybe 2 or 3, and you will have a look at them. Like the thumbnail maybe makes you be the first one to click on, not the second or third one, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. Like if the person finds what they are searching for, it's good. For stuff like world showcases or any other content, like there's 2 types of content, right? People that search for something, a tutorial, and people that just want to spend time or randomly get in recommendations and entertainment and teaching content. And when it's entertaining, I think I just like having a coherent, it should stick together. It should be like a brand kind of. And I think a thumbnail is very good for that, to have like a specific font, a specific style of thumbnail. And for me, it's also very important that by the thumbnail, you kind of have an idea of what's happening in the video. Yeah. So I try to really, very often in my videos, the thumbnail is going to be the exact frame you get when you click on the video. So when you see the thumbnail, you click on it, and then I will be starting talking in this exact scene, and it's like, it's not clickbait. It's literally right there in the first frame. I like that. Not necessary, but I like it. Okay. Oh, that's something to learn. So I know that on YouTube, you can do multiple thumbnails and then test which ones work better. And I think there's also an option for AI-generated thumbnails. Have you tried any of these things? No, I have not. Okay. Maybe at the start, right? It puts a random thumbnail. I had that for some videos at some point. Yeah. But I never tried the A/B testing, which performs better, or no, nothing. Okay. But that would be interesting. Have you? Like for example, no, I haven't, because I don't really right now. My YouTube channel does not have any like YouTube specific content on it, other than like even maybe like the Q&A sessions that I put up there as a backup. It is also completely unedited. So I think I did one A/B test. So there's one video on my YouTube channel where I'm talking about my mom. And for this, I uploaded 2 different thumbnails, but there's only like 20 views or something. So there's no data to compare. So yeah. Yeah, no views, no data. But even so, I wouldn't know what 2 thumbnails to put on. Like I make a thumbnail now and I like it. I wouldn't know a second version what I could do different or test. Okay, so for this, okay, I can give you some insight here. So in marketing, which I have been doing for a very long time, A/B tests really have to do with largely 2 things. One is visual, second is copy. So you would change the way your visual look. For example, you say that when you click on your video, you get the frame you saw in the thumbnail. So that's one way to do it. A second way would be to find like the peak most interesting piece in your video and then put that in the thumbnail. So then you can check which visual interests people to watch the video all the way through.
And you can change what you say in the thumbnail, whether you say something straightforward or whether you say something obscure. Like, I think a lot of like clickbaity titles would fall in the obscure side, like she said what, or you could also say a confession
I
from a
don't like
serial
those.
killer, and you can see which one worked better. So that would be A/B testing. There are other things you can test, but at large, you would test a visual or a copy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
So
Thanks.
that's no problem. So okay, and has your content since you started? I mean, of course, already I can tell, like from making like I don't know very homemade Trackmania videos to what you do now, your content has changed. But do you think, like styling wise, what has improved, and what are like some tips, tricks that you have learned?
I think um, pacing is very important, and energy. How do I like? I think for me personally, not necessarily that I've improved a lot or something. One thing I guess but I'm still struggling with that. I'm very much struggling when I have a video. What do I cut out? What do I leave in? I tend to think I want to leave everything in, even like the random pauses where I'm thinking, because on one hand I think it adds authenticity. How do you say it? It feels authentic, right?
Yes, authentic. Yes.
Authenticity, yeah. And I think that's something that I value a lot, where this is a person, a human in the video talking and doing things.
Yeah.
And as humans, we have breaks. We need to think. We need to breathe. It's not blah, 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 blah. But on the other hand, it just feels nicer to watch a video where there's not weird, awkward breaks.
Yeah.
And I think I've improved a little bit, that I managed to cut out more. Like if it adds a value where it's like important, oh, I was thinking, or oh, I was laughing, or whatever, it can add something sometimes, but sometimes it's just a waste. And I feel like maybe I've learned where it's important or not, maybe.
That's true. Okay, pacing. Yeah. So this is interesting, me personally, because I at the moment make a lot of TikTok videos, and this is not something that I did in my career, right? Like I never made TikTok videos at work. I made like YouTube commercials. I made advertisements for Facebook, advertisements for Instagram, and like I haven't really edited any, but I have done some TV work. So I haven't made any TikTok. So making this TikTok thing is like totally new to me. And it is incredibly difficult. Like audience retention is literally impossible. Because like you look at like your audience insight after you post a video, and then the first sentence almost always is like, your viewers stopped watching at 0.01 seconds, so they didn't watch.
Really?
They just
But I think that's just TikTok, no?
So I don't know. I don't know if it's that, or I think on TikTok maybe you're like so used to, or like what you expect to see is like a real person tell you something, and then we are at like a ultimate disadvantage just by being YouTubers, because people don't really want to see that, because they're here to, you know, like I don't know, like get something that a person will tell them personally. And that's been, yeah, that's been pretty mind-blowing. And when I do eventually manage to make a video that has like a little better audio retention, like people watch like the first 30 or the 40% of the video, it is almost always like split screen stuff, where like half I'm talking, half it's like a real video with like people and hands and stuff like that. This seems to work. So while audience retention usually doesn't matter when you're advertising, because you can't skip, right? Like, so I work in advertising. It doesn't matter like whether you want to see it or not. You don't have a choice. You have to watch it. But when you're like making content for people to watch, this is something that's really, really important to make sure that like you're making something that's interesting for people to watch, and at the same time, like it's not boring, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Thank you for
Trying to
indulging me
see.
there.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I currently opened my analytics because I was kind of curious about my own like retention or how. I don't know where to find that.
Like on YouTube.
I was looking at that a while ago. Yeah, on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can only see it per video, right? And not on a general thing. Maybe you can. I don't know.
I see.
But I did look at that a while ago, and I was surprised that people actually usually watch like 30-40% of the videos. I was pretty happy with that.
I have someone in the chat that's telling me Abby's mic is a lot louder. Do you think, I hear that too when you're speaking. I feel like there's a big cutoff when you get a bit louder. Maybe you could reduce that a tad bit.
Should I just change? Is the volume better now?
Okay, you have to speak for a bit.
Or yeah, I mean I can just talk a little. I hate the Quest Pro microphone. The Quest Pro microphone is really annoying. I currently set my mic volume to 65%. Is it still is it fine now?
But yeah, like I can reduce you a little bit on my side as well. Maybe that works.
Now I have it on 40%. Is it better?
Is this better now? But you have to speak for a bit.
Yes, hello. I have my microphone on 40% now, and not 100%.
Is that better?
Never done that before.
Stella, do let us know. Oh, actually, while we are a tad bit distracted, there was a comment earlier from Stella as well. He, I'm not so sure, is saying that...
Day. Easy.
She? Okay. Is this your friend from Czech?
Day. No, Day.
Day. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, yes. Welcome in, Bob, as well as Potato. The cutover is here. Abby's world recommendations are so useful. Helped me when I first started to play VR to see its beauty. Yay! Well done.
I read that already, and I was very happy. Thank you.
Good. Mike is better as well. Great. Wonderful. So let's get back to the Q&A. Do you remember your first stream, and how did it go? I do. So what did you play, and how did it go?
Even if it... Yeah, so this was also right the 50 sub special. It was on Twitch. I was streaming Trackmania, and I had one viewer that I didn't really know. Like, it was a random person. Most of the people I knew watching my thing were like classmates or something. But there was one random guy I didn't know watching the Trackmania videos and being in the stream and playing like 2 hours Trackmania with me in the stream. And I remember this was so fun. And I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. I don't know you, but you're cool.
I don't have a clue what Trackmania is.
It's a racing game. You go brr, cargo vroom.
Cargo vroom.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah, that was the first stream that I remember. I did another Minecraft stream right the next day, which was also fun, and then I was doing a lot of Minecraft streams. I don't remember too much. Yeah.
But okay,
yeah, that was fun.
So like your first stream, you had like a viewer and also a player.
Yep.
That's
but
cool.
I guess I did make videos before, right? So
that's true.
It was announced on YouTube, and I did stuff on YouTube before, so it was not like that. But of course, I still had a lot of streams where nobody was there. That's just how it is when you start out.
I remember mine. Italian Cactus, thank you for the poster check. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do a poster check. Let me sit a little better on my chair too. Thank you. I remember my first stream, I was playing with Felix. We were playing Minecraft and we had no viewers. I had one viewer and it was Felix, because he was watching me while he was playing Minecraft with me. Okay, so that's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. I think most of the people that I talk to always said that they had like a friend or like, I don't know, their brother or sister watch their like stream. And yeah, me
I
too.
didn't. That was kind of cool.
Me too. W Felix, no idea who he is. Felix is my husband. I remember I remember when I also first started streaming, I would like bother all of my friends. I'd be like, I'm live. If you have time, come watch my stream. I need to average 3 viewers.
Oh, that's good. Just last week, or 1.5 weeks ago, another real life friend of mine started streaming.
I see.
And basically, like, she's been messaging me, "Oh, I'm starting streaming and whatever."
Come
it's kind of
watch.
cute. But I don't think I did that, because from the very start, I never cared too much. I was like, I'm just gonna play. If somebody joins, they can join. If I'm alone, that's okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, now we're kind of almost at the end of like the first section of the introductions. I think maybe people here, you got to know Airbee a little bit. And to kind of wrap up, I would like to ask you one last question. If you could give your past self one piece of advice when you were just starting out, what would it be?
Have fun, care less.
Mm-hmm.
Stop overthinking. Just do.
That's so funny, because I feel like this is not advice. This has just been your ethos. Like, you started like this.
Okay. Well, but I was still overthinking sometimes. I was still overthinking, and I did not care too much, but I could care less at the time as well.
I already cared little, but I could care less.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's very important. It's my life viewing thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life continues, right? It goes on. Try to have fun. Try to make the best out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But don't overthink it. It makes things worse usually.
I agree. And okay, before we kind of really wrap up, I want to say something here as well about like the philosophy of caring less. So this has been a difficult, not necessarily a realization for me. It's been a difficult opinion for me to have, because when you work with a bunch of designers who all went to art school, and then a bunch of copywriters who like all care about dotting their I's and crossing their T's and making sure the grammar is right and all the past participles are in order and the grammar tense is correct, like it's really difficult to work with people that are really, really stringent on what the thing is that they're working on, when it for the most part doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, it's hard for me to just say this without like any examples whatsoever, but if you work in advertising, end of the day, like, you work for maybe 10 years at like a gigantic company like Unilever's, 30 years later you retire, and all you've done your whole life is sell like a bar of soap. Chill, man. You don't need to stress out over a spelling mistake. It's okay. But it often isn't. It often isn't. It's a bar of soap, but people really make like such a big fuss over bullshit.
It's about the balance. It's always about the balance. Sometimes you need to care, right? Some things are important. Not everything, but it's always about the balance.
Yeah, and yeah, you have to decide what's important to you. For the most part, it really wasn't work for me.
Yeah, that's a good key point. Like, what's important to you? Do you care about it? Then care about it. Do you not care about it? Then don't care about it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You know, I like this version of your advice better, which isn't just careless, but rather figure out what is important to you and then focus your attention there instead of getting distracted by the details. Okay.
But it's hard. It's so hard figuring out what you care about and what you like.
Yeah. You young people, good luck to you. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you figure out what's important to you in life. So let's
Yes.
wrap up this introduction session, take a little break, drink a little bit of water, and let me do a quick time check before we do wrap up. How long? Okay. Hey, we kind of breezed through the introduction. It's only been like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't have technical issues. I
Yeah.
prepared. I wrote notes for all the questions before.
Yeah, it's been super
And there's no
straightforward.
big interruptions.
So, guys, people in the chat, this is your moment. Before we move into the next section, I would really like to talk to a few of you as well. And also, while I have you here, oh my
Wait,
god!
Italian cactus? Hold on. No, that doesn't make sense. You're not Arid, right? Because I have a friend who's Italian, but he has a different account. He said he's gonna come and is excited for it. Did you make a new account? Did you rename?
Did you? And thank you so much
I don't
for
know.
Bilol FC
Okay,
for the
no, then
follow,
it's nothing.
and Aritum for the follow, Stella Tsuki for the follow, and
Yeah,
Yota for the follow.
that's my friend. That's the Italian friend.
Hello! Good to see you. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Aritum?
Aritomb. Oh, I just call him Ari.
Ari, I see. This is the introduction. What's going to be done later. Right, so there is 3 sections to the 3 or 4. Hold on. There are 4 sections. There are 4 sections to the.
There we go.
Can I write? Oh my god, never mind, I can. Yay! Welcome in, Aritomb. So you just call them R? R-E?
Ari.
Okay,
Ari.
just Ari.
I mean, in German, like, Ari. Yeah, I don't know. I don't usually say the name out loud. We just say, hey, you.
Hey, you? Okay. Hey, you.
I don't know.
I like to say the names. So yes, we have 4 sections in the interview. We have an introduction, we have a deep dive section, collaborations and goals, and we would take like a little break as we go through the sections and talk to the chat, check how you guys are doing. How are you doing? It's holidays, by the way. Everyone's so excited, but I'm so excited for everyone to have holidays. Are you also on holiday next week?
Oh, I work.
Oh,
but I don't really care too much. It's the ideal work time for me because I don't care much about Christmas stuff. I don't really celebrate. I just sit there and I can do whatever, and there's no work to do. I'm sitting there waiting. I can do my own stuff.
You have it figured out.
I like working on holidays.
Doubling holidays, yeah, no, for real. This is a bit of a tangent and totally unrelated at all. But it turns out where I live, a few people had opened an onigiri store. And they did this because apparently they thought the onigiri that we have at Bila is so awful, which it is, by the way, that they wanted to make onigiri. And Felix bought some today, and they were so good, man. Like, holy shit. New favorite restaurant discovered. Really looking forward to eating from them. The model is very well made. Yes. Both are. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I like your model. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I have wings, guys. I have to do this. Like, if
I haven't seen the wings yet.
If somebody ever tells me that the model is pretty, I have to turn the wings on. Like, it's just default. Let me zoom out a bit so you can actually see it.
Have you ever played Phantasy Star Online? Now that I think about it, your model really reminds me of Phantasy Star Online, like PSO2.
It's actually funny that you would say that, because this is actually from a gacha game called King's Raid, and it's a mobile game. So what we have done here is take those models from that game and scale them up, and I have done, like, I pretty much fixed texturing issues that would come with, of course, a teensy model like this. And then I added fizzy bones because that was new and Yeah, fixed it up for VR chat. You're the wings. I was like, thank you. And this model actually doesn't come with the wings. I took the wings from a different car, changed the color to fit this model, and just stuck them on there. And I was struggling for a very long time to toggle the wings on. Not just for it to like appear, but to have like a little animation, so it looks like, you know, they're opening.
Yeah.
And like random people I met on VR chat helped me out. I'd just walk up to someone and I'd be like, hey, I see you uploaded your own avatar, so do you know how to do the thing that I want to do? And they'd be like, okay, let's open up Unity, and then we would like stand like this and fix my model. And I'm like, okay, press this button.
awesome.
Okay, do you have VR chat Fury? And I'm like, I do. So press this button, and that's how I fix the wings. Like, to just random people that I met here help me out.
I have done that on both sides. Like sometimes I saw somebody with something cool and was like, "Oh, how did you do that?" And sometimes it was the opposite way.
Yeah, no, it really is. Like if you you really can meet like the coolest people here on VR chat, and that is like always props. I think a lot of people that like make content here on VR chat are not like super stringent about it. Like they all seem to have like a very laid back, oh, you can have it too, oh yeah, it's there for free, oh, I'll send you a code to my Gumroad thing. Like they're like, oh yeah, just have my models for free.
Yeah.
They seem not so bogged down by like trying to capitalize on things. This is really nice.
Definitely agree.
Now I can't unsee the fact that they're technically sitting in a way that their legs are clipping. Yeah. Delete that part of your memory. Okay. So.
And we're also floating in the air, but.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't need to know.
It looks nice in the background, okay? That's important.
And more importantly, this whole world. So I have water disabled right now. I don't know if you have it. And this world is
I don't.
really like light. It's like, how big is this world?
You have the water disabled.
Well, sorry, I'm leaning into see. It's like 130 megabytes. It's great for performance. And I also turned off the God rays.
Everything on. And I noticed, I didn't realize that before, that there's butterflies flying around.
Oh, yeah.
And I really like butterflies.
Yeah, you have one in your yeah, butterfly. It's like those memes in the internet where people working from home have a nice outfit on top, but they walk around in shorts and pajama pants. Yeah. You've had a little peek. VR chat is great until you see Shrek and Rainbow Dash doing it while surrounded by Gojo, Kermit, and Frog and Freddy Fazbear. That is unfortunate.
That's the annoying thing.
Yeah.
That's what most people see when they start out, and that's terrible because that is not VR chat. But that's just an onboarding problem.
You know, oh wow, like I actually have two things to share with you. Okay, please remind me that there's a second thing by the time that I'm done with the first thing, because I will forget. Okay, so the first thing is that they are introducing face tracking via selfie, like on the phone. Did you see this?
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
I saw that in the morning, and I like didn't walk. I ran to install VR chat on my phone because I haven't done that before. And I tried it, but it seems to be very crude. Not necessarily that it doesn't work, but you can't really use it as a VTuber right now because of the way it's set up. Like on mobile, you have to have like you can't have a mic that's always on. You have to push to talk. And this with face tracking just doesn't work. Like the mouth movements are not so good. Plus, there's no stream camera on mobile, so you can't like get the transparent background out. So I'm like, okay, why did you do this? What was the point? Who was going to use this? But it seems to work. So maybe when it comes out of beta, it's actually functional and useful. Okay, I remember. Second thing.
Second thing, yeah.
Yeah. Second thing is that there is going to be a film coming out about two people who met here on VR chat. And one of them had like a kidney issue that they had to kind of constantly go through dialysis. Do you know what I'm talking about or not?
No, I don't.
Okay, so two people that met here in VR chat, one of them had like kidney issues and were constantly going through dialysis, and they became friends here, and after they got to know each other, one of them lives in Sweden. This is the person that has the kidney issue. And his friend, who's from the States, flies into Sweden to donate a kidney to him because they met like here and they were friends. And I'm really looking forward to watch this film because it is like a combination of shots that are in VR and also AR. So not only do you see the two friends, but you also kind of see their avatars like in the hospital and whatnot. Like the shots that I saw of the film looked so nice. I'm really looking forward to it. And I wish more stories like this, because there is a lot of like good things that happen here on VR chat and people that you meet, and like very wholesome things happen here. And I wish more people talked about, you know, that side of VR chat. But I think the reason why it doesn't get much publicity is because controversy sells. Something like that. You guys would, the thing is, you guys would rather watch, and I don't mean you in like you who are watching, you generally people that watch
you
stuff
exactly
on,
you.
You four guys in the chat, yeah, you, not you. But like people would rather watch like, I don't know, about like some kind of PDF file on VR chat, some shit like that, for like 4 hours. Instead of
people like drama. People like drama and yeah.
You know, I watched I don't remember because I only caught like a glimpse of this Twitch channel yesterday. And it was, there were 250 people watching, and I was like, what's going on here? It was like the top watched VR chat stream at that time. And it was just some lady, and she was like, oh, guys, submit your court cases to VR chat drama court. And just making comments, or like, oh, this person just came online, maybe they have something to say about their girlfriend who was like grooming a child. And I'm like, oh, just yuck. I don't know who you are, but I hate you. Anyway.
I can give 2 comments though to your 2 points really quick.
Yeah, of course.
It might not work yet, but I think it's really cool that VR chat is experimenting and working on a lot of things with more
That's
compatibility. True. So it might not be there yet, but it's cool that it's coming to phones and you can do that. And it's working. That's really cool. And yeah, there's a lot. I know a lot of similar. Like there's the movie We Met in Reality. I still haven't watched it because it's only available on HBO Max, I think. But I know the people who made it, which is cool. And I know, like, a school friend of mine met his girlfriend in VR chat. And she's currently in Austria as well, and they're hanging out together. And I know another person who married somebody in VR chat. They were moving together. I know 3 people now that met in VR chat and kind of got together or married now. It's kind of cool.
Am I in your 3 or not?
No.
Okay, so 4.
Did you meet Felix in VR chat?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we met here on VR chat, and then now we're married.
I did not know that. No, I meant other people.
You can amp it up to 4 now.
It's
getting
crazy.
called out for
That's
liking
really cool.
the tea. I think, look, this is a dichotomous opinion I have, and we have the luxury of the time because we are still like, I don't know. Actually, let me have a look at the time. Oh no,
75 minutes. 57. I can't even my bad, wrong.
I was like 75 minutes. Who talks about time like that? What is that?
I'm stupid. Okay.
No, it's
Happens.
okay. Yeah, it happens. I was like 75. Weird. Now I have to do math because this happens with like a German way of saying time, right? You're like, oh, it is a 45 to 9 p.m. and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, but you just get used to it, though. You get used to it.
And okay, so since we have the luxury of time, the answer for liking, like the opinion that I have of liking the tea is dichotomous, as in I think it is good to be informed, right? I think rumors are good, gossiping is good. But then I think the reason why it kind of gets spun out of control is because of how polarized media is right now. And yeah,
And the world.
And the world. So you have to be conscious of whether you are getting polarized by the tea. And I think that happens on VR side a lot. I'm not the one to point fingers at meeting a partner VR side. My fiance and I met on Tinder. A friend of mine met her boyfriend on Genshin Impact. Yeah, and I know another couple that started dating because they were playing a game together. It's the modern world. The people have to meet, doing what they love. Right. So
exactly. I think it's the best way.
Now, since we are closing in on the 2-hour mark, it's time for us to move into the next section.
1 hour.
Sorry, 1 hour mark. Pardon. 2 hours there. No. Well, I think we're moving into the 2-hour section. That's what I meant to say, but it got mixed up in my delivery. So it's time for me to ask you the next question. What are your favorite platforms to create for, and why? If you want to say Twitch, you have to tell me why.
Yeah, no, I can talk about this a bit. Because I've been struggling a lot with deciding where I want to do what. I think I'm pretty happy with how I have it now. So, videos, YouTube.
Okay.
And Twitch is not something for videos, and I've not tried any other platforms for making videos. So, you can make videos on YouTube. You have the freedom to upload thumbnails. You can have long videos. You can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's accessible. People can find it. Videos, YouTube. But for streaming, it's very interesting. Or like many thoughts about it.
Oh, okay.
So for the longest time, I was only streaming on Twitch. I only started my very first stream on YouTube 2 years ago, I think. And before that, I've never streamed on YouTube. And I have very mixed feelings about streaming on YouTube. I'm
so sorry to interrupt you here. Something funny happened to my controller, and the thing fell. I don't know what to do with it. What do you even call this? You know how a controller has a little strap, right? It just fell out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I pressed some button or what, and I don't know how to fix this either. Hold on.
You can do this. I believe in you.
This is the first time this happened to me. Maybe I jam it in there. What is this? And why did it come off?
Using the Quest 2, right?
Yeah. No, this is a Quest 3. 3A, S or not, I'm not sure actually. This is Felix Quest. Okay, I'm looking at the other controller to figure out what's going on. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I see. It gets lodged in there, and it's harder also because I'm trying to look underneath the headset to look at the controller. Okay. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. Just needed a moment and to look at the
3-minute shorts on YouTube. I agree. Italian cactus.
My hands are back. I'm so sorry to interrupt you there. But while we are interrupted, hi, Kirino Senshi. Senshi. Welcome.
Hi.
Kirino Sensation, welcome in. Do I just jab it in here? Said Sachini. Every single time I do one of these like Q&A sessions, there's always a "that's what she said" joke to be made in there. There's always. Anyway, okay. Let's get back to what you were saying. So you were saying
Streaming.
YouTube is good for YouTube. Okay, let me do a bit summary. YouTube was good for streaming. For YouTube. Fuck. Professional Q&A session, guys.
Cut. Take two.
YouTube is great for videos because you can decide, how long you want to make it and thumbnails and whatnot. You get a lot of like ways to customize what it is that you get to upload. But for streaming, you have a complicated opinion since you started streaming also on YouTube 2 years ago. Let's pick up from there.
Exactly. So I like a quick summary from the beginning. Twitch is better for the community.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is better for the technicality and the video play and stuff like that. That's my thought summarized. On YouTube, you basically, if you stream, you don't really have much. You don't get found. Like, you need to have videos already. You need to have an audience already. And then these people might go to YouTube, see, oh, somebody's streaming, check out the stream, and be there.
Yeah.
So if you want to find new people to find you, Twitch is better for that. On YouTube, however, the video player is much, much nicer. So first of all, you can stream in higher quality. On Twitch, you're limited to 6 megabit per second.
Yeah.
And that is not enough. That is not enough. It's not enough. Especially for when I was streaming a lot of Trackmania, there's a lot of moving pixels and bright different colors. So it was never looking good. On YouTube, you can stream in way higher quality. You can also have lower delay, technically. I think now it's basically the same. You have different presets. But delay, we'll ignore delay. It's fine on both. But the quality is better. And what I love about YouTube is, oh, I missed something. I can just click on the arrow back button. I'm 5 seconds back, and then I see that.
Yeah.
And you can go an hour back. You can just start the stream from the beginning. Like, just as a watching experience, YouTube is so much better than Twitch. On Twitch, if you missed something, oh no, I need to go to the person's profile, click on past broadcasts, and then go to that video. And then maybe it's not even there yet because it takes a little, and then you need to go back to the stream, and it's very annoying and complicated. And also on YouTube, you automatically have the different settings for quality. If somebody has worse internet, you can still watch the stream. On Twitch, you don't have that unless you're bigger. Yes. One thing that's really annoying about the video play on YouTube, though, is that they are lying about the live status. So I'm streaming, somebody's tuning in the chat, watching, and YouTube will say live. But in reality, it's very possible that they're a minute behind.
Yeah.
And YouTube doesn't tell you that. You can fix this by changing the playback speed to multiplied by 2. Then you watch the stream on speed times 2 until you get to the actual live feed. Exactly. But YouTube doesn't tell you that, and it's so annoying. I need to, when I'm streaming on YouTube, I tell people, because I notice, right, they're writing something in chat that is related to something I did a minute ago, or 2 minutes. And I'm like, dude, I think you need to catch up. I think you're like far behind.
Yeah.
And that's a little annoying, but I think it's okay, because the video play in general is much nicer. Also, clipping works just as good on YouTube as on Twitch. Like, that's good. The disadvantage from clipping on YouTube is... Sorry, I'm going to yap for like 2 or 3 more minutes.
No, go for it. Go for
it. Clipping works fine on both. The advantage for clipping on Twitch is that I, as a streamer, have a list of all the clips created from my channel.
Yes.
On YouTube, you can watch the stream, you can make a clip. I will know nothing. which I guess might be fine for some situations, but I think it would be really cool to, like, if you make a clip, it's probably because something is funny or interesting, right? And I would like to see that. I would like to make a highlight or something, a video in the end, but I have no chance of seeing that unless you post that clip in a Discord or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. You
so
know,
that's the
we have also been talking about like the infrastructure that YouTube has to provide these services, because they are such a massive company with so much money, and like the infrastructure that they build was for primarily videos. Like anything that they build was to support videos, high quality videos, rewinding, blah blah blah. Like the way they kind of built the platform was for that. Twitch, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be that, like, how do I say, like, well built to handle video, even though they're trying.
Yeah, no.
And they also don't have the money to support all the streamers that are here for them to do like high quality streams, which I think really is, I mean, ultimately it's always a money issue, right? Like, why are you not offering certain services? Oh, you know, we have overheads. And even with them kind of putting forward the affiliate program, they don't really offer a lot difference for the quality of the stream to anyone that is like, who is not even affiliate. Like, you get pretty much the same tools at your disposal, except maybe you can also make some money. You do get advantages to if you make it to partner, but that is such a steep, like, uphill climb from someone who is affiliate to get a partner. It's hard. Insane. It's really hard. But to partners, yes, you can get like a higher bitrate and you can like stream in 4K. You also, like, on Twitch, I think you don't even get like separate you know, quality options of the video.
No, you don't. Exactly. And I had people like tell me I can't watch your stream because my internet is too bad.
Yeah, and that feels like such a simple, basic, like, straightforward, like, feature to provide. But if you didn't know, you can set this up manually. So if you stream yourself, you can set this different stream qualities up on your side. So you have to host your stream in different qualities, and you can like set that up. And I used to stream in 4K when I got started. I stopped doing that because it was like too much performance issues on my side because I stream on VRChat. But you can set that up on your side. So Twitch won't do that for you, but you can do it if you are willing. Yeah. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Do you want to say anything to the chat so far? Because I think there were some comments that might interest you.
Hold on. I wasn't checking. But okay, I think before that, I would like to give a little summary because I wasn't finished yet.
Oh, okay. Go on.
I didn't talk about Twitch and the community part, right? So
go for it.
So video player better on YouTube, but the community tools are terrible on YouTube.
Oh, yes, of course.
When I stream on YouTube, there's so many weird people coming in that have no idea about internet culture. They think it's a video, not a stream. They don't realize I'm just a person talking there, like, do a backflip, do a backflip, do a backflip. Can you go and do this or that? And it's like, bro, say hi first, maybe? Something like that.
Take me out to dinner first.
So there's a lot of weird people coming in, also very young people. I think there's been a lot of like 10-year-olds tuning into the stream, not really understanding what's going on. Which I guess is fine sometimes, but sometimes it's annoying. And like when you write something in chat, it takes a while until it actually appears. You don't have emotes, you don't have subs, you don't have like bit reward, channel points and rewards for that.
Yeah.
And as a community thing where you are a streamer, you talk with the people, you have a conversation and all of that, Twitch is much better because the people understand internet culture. They actually kind of know what's going on. Chat is more responsive. Just the general community feeling on Twitch is much better.
Yeah.
So
I think that is certainly.
as
Oh,
a
sorry.
quick,
Go.
yeah,
Sorry.
sorry.
Go on. I'll let
Okay,
you
yeah.
finish it.
No, final thoughts. Twitch, I stream everything that's non-VR chat related and is super random. Whatever, it can be a 10-minute stream, it can be Trackmania, it can be real life, it could be anything, and it's just random and nice. And YouTube, I try to hold focus on VR chat and try to have a little bit of a quality standard type of thing. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I agree. Bob, yes.
And then I can read chat as well.
Bob, I agree. Bob, well, okay, let me rephrase your sentence. It is not that that we are smarter than the YouTube chat. It is that we are more cultured. It is better than smarter even. But this is a new thing for me to learn. Because I haven't really been on Twitch at all until like I got to streaming. So learning about like the culture of it was interesting. That like there are certain things that you don't say, there are certain buttons that you don't press, even though they are there. Yeah, so it's been interesting, and also the thing that you said about like people not like, I don't know, asking you to do backflip or whatever. So I'm also streaming on TikTok, right? I do this like 2 times a week. And there I have so many people that join me and tell me that I'm AI. Like, what's the fucking AI doing here? And I'm like, what do you mean? Do you not know this? Like, what? And they would spam as well. Like, they would just AI.
Yeah, I've had that a lot too on YouTube. I was considering changing my YouTube streams to 18 plus only, just to get rid of like those people. Yeah, like not the kids. I don't mind the kids. Really, but getting rid of the people that don't understand what's going on, and it's mostly kids. Like I did that. I set it to 18 plus, and then one of my viewers who was like 16 or 15, but is super nice. Like he's a really mature person, and he was like, "Hey, can I still join the stream? It's set to 18 plus." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." It's just to like keep annoying idiots away.
Yeah. The German accent seems AI, to be honest. What? I don't know. Like, if you guys tell me that I have a German accent, then I can't.
I think wenn du Deutsch redest. Probably. If you talk German, it seems like AI, maybe.
Wirklich? Ich glaube nicht. Ich spreche gute Deutsch. I'm not sure if that's like grammatically correct though.
Gutes Deutsch. Ich spreche gutes Deutsch.
Ich spreche gutes Deutsch, everybody. Blind Frog, welcome in. I feel proud to be internet culture.
Hi, Frog.
It has a cadence that seems like AI. Oh my god, did you come here with your cheese board? What do you mean cadence?
Dies ist jetzt ein deutscher Stream.
So, I wish.
Wish?
I wish I could do a German stream, but I can't because my German is so ass.
Random personal question. Do you have struggle, like, do you find it hard to understand people talking in dialect? Or where you live? I don't know where you live. Is it more dialect or more German?
It is very dialect.
Okay,
but,
yeah. I guess that's hard.
I rarely talk with people in German, so this
fair
doesn't
enough.
happen to me. And most I do is maybe order something from a menu if I go to a restaurant, and what do they say? Okay, yeah, we have it or we don't, like, and they never say they don't have it. So it is very dialecty, but I haven't had issues.
Okay.
Because I haven't really.
I think dialect is funny.
Yeah.
Bisschen Dialekt drin ist schon gut.
So,
I think
Felix does not have a dialect. Like, he speaks very. Have you spoken to him?
No. How old is he, if I may ask?
He's like 30. So he speaks like very highbrow German. Also, I hear from other people who speak to him in German. I was like, oh wow, Felix German is so advanced. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much for your answer. That was like very well versed. I really appreciated all the details. So, quick summary:
A lot of thoughts
YouTube
about
is
it.
good. Yes, YouTube is good in so many ways, but also bad from a community perspective. There aren't really options for
Yes.
you. Twitch, do better. Do better, Twitch. Do better. And you don't stream on TikTok. You don't even have a TikTok account.
I have avoided TikTok. Oh my god! I have avoided TikTok like a plague.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dislike TikTok. Okay, I think TikTok has its value probably, but it's just not for me.
TikTok has its value probably, but it's not for me. Okay, so
I really dislike hating things. I like being neutral towards stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. So, next question. You are active on YouTube, Twitch, Discord. You said you tried Twitter, but you didn't like it so much. How do you keep these vastly different platforms interesting?
Well, I first of all don't really care if it's interesting or not, but generally, YouTube is for people who care about VR chat at the moment, right?
Mhm.
So it's gonna be stuff that is VR chat related. Not so much really focused on me as a person. I mean, the videos I do are still kind of in a vlog style, so it's more personal, not so neutral, subjective thing, objective thing. Twitch is very much just me, however I do things. So people that stick around on Twitch and Discord both, like, only people that find my personality interesting and generally the stuff I do interesting are gonna be on Discord or Twitch.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no reason to be there because I don't. It's not a brand. It's just a place where I post stuff that I do.
It's the me, Mario.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's me, Mario.
Okay, cool. So the answer to that is don't stress about making it interesting. But maybe I can offer an opinion here. So
yeah, go ahead.
I am largely only active on TikTok, Twitch, and Discord. Discord has been very elusive to me to kind of understand as a platform. I don't really spend much time on Discord. I am not in many servers. I don't really use it. And the idea of setting up a server at first wasn't very appealing to me because that just sounded like a mess. Sounded like people, could come in there and like, who knows what people will get up to in a Discord server. Like, and I can't be there. That's not my job. Like, I can't be moderating shit. Like, that's not me, man. Like, that's not what I want to do. Like, I don't want it to be like such a pitfall. So I started my Discord server with a lot of hesitation. I was not too keen on it. And I think right now I kind of use it like a Twitter, maybe, where I'm like, oh, hi, good morning. Today I am editing a video. What are you guys doing? And once in a while I have to remind people to not get overly personal and share things on the Discord server or ask personal questions because, like, it's a public space. Since we earlier talked about internet culture, don't do private things in public places. That seems that's not even internet culture. That's just culture. Like, don't do private things in public spaces. Don't do it here on VR chat either. Like, do private things in private places. You want to have a conversation with someone, if they want to talk about their mental health, which is not what I'm discouraging, by the way. Have that conversation in private. Don't do it publicly. So a few times I had to remind this. But Discord, I don't really, mostly I use it to say, hey, today I'm skipping the stream, or it's pushed back 2 hours because, I don't know, I have to eat or something.
I think that's what it's for.
That's good. Then I'm using it properly.
Personally. That's how I do it too. I announce the streams. I post like if I'm editing a video and I'm like, oh, I'm excited, I'm working on this or something. That's what it's for me.
Mm-hmm. Good, then I'm using it properly. And for you mean to tell me I can't clean my feet on a train? Yeah, don't do that. Do that at home. Do that before you get on the train. In fact, brother, don't do that at a restaurant either. In fact, don't even take your shoes off inside the train. I think there's so many people in Austria that do this. Like get in like the train and like bunch
But
of people
nobody
get to
likes
take
them. Nobody lets them.
Don't do that. Don't take your shoes off in the train. Even if your feet doesn't stink. Which is almost always not the case either. Like, just don't do it. So, that's what I do on Discord. On TikTok, I actually have a pretty, like, well thought out content strategy.
Mm-hmm.
My uploads are regular, but and pretty consistent. You know, I have to credit where it's due. It's been pretty consistent since I started. But I think it can be better, of course. But on TikTok, I try to share like a tip, a reminder. I talk about what I do here on stream. Like, you know, we record a few TikToks together. And I think TikTok is like pretty thought out on my end. As for Twitch, I think this I'm still figuring out. This has been a bit. You know, I think my lack of response is actually really descriptive of what the hell is happening on Twitch. I'm like, oh.
But that's how I do it too, and I think you're doing it perfect, right? Like you just do whatever. That's how it feels nice for me. It's not a way to get big and become viewers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I haven't really had an issue with this. Like I think few people that I talk to and like other streamers, I'm sorry, I need to adjust a little. That I talk to were like, hey, you know, like your streams are a bit empty sometimes. Like you aren't doing much. There's no one there, and you know, not from a viewer sense, but you know, no one here on VR chat either. And it's a bit empty and not so interesting to watch. But I think my ethos so far has been for my streams, like I have a regular stream schedule, and if you happen to be free at that time, you can find me. I'm most probably here on VR chat. You are free to join me, and you can also drop by on stream if you want to talk to someone. And I've been kind of keeping it plain and simple like that. Nothing much happens. And I do not know how interested I want to be from a performance perspective, because these streams do not perform so well. They don't go so well. I mean, like, that's okay, because that wasn't the point. The point wasn't that I get 20 viewers. So, but the only thing is, when I do this, I do wonder if my time is maybe better spent doing something else, because I do stream for like 3 hours sometimes, and those 3 hours are sometimes a total downtime. Like nothing really much happens. The stream's not so entertaining. No one's here. I'm just standing around. Will someone come into my shop today? Maybe that time is like better spent doing something else, and this is something that I am thinking about currently when I'm going to make my schedule for the next month. Thank you for the posture check.
I think this is really interesting. I think this is not a Twitch thing, but a stream thing. Because, I mean, that's everyone's different, right? But in my eyes, stream is not content for others, but content that you just like doing yourself. But that's like my point of view, right? But so if you just stream whatever you feel like doing, then it doesn't matter if there's somebody or not. And I had more thoughts about this, but I forgot them.
Okay,
but
so
basically what I was saying, I think it's whatever you said was not a Twitch thing on a platform level, but on a stream thing, concept of what is a stream.
Okay, so while maybe you remember your thoughts, I'd like to remind Ari, because he's asking she's asking, he's asking.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, what are your pronouns? Are
He. Yeah.
he? Okay, he. He's asking us what the topic is right now, and the question that lead us,
No idea.
the question that led us in this direction is like, how do you keep these vastly different platforms interesting? Because if you are a creator, you'd be like on Twitch, on Discord, on TikTok, you'd be like on Twitter, now fucking Blue Sky, Instagram, so many platforms, and they're all like so vastly different to each other in their offering and the infrastructure itself, what people do on those apps. So how do you keep it interesting? And right now we are specifically talking about Twitch and how like streaming is not, well, according to Airbee, Airbee's perspective.
Everyone has different views.
Yeah, streaming is something that you do for yourself or something that you do because you enjoy it.
Because no, it was there, but it's gone again.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you said, is the time better spent doing something else? Probably. If your goal is to entertain people and nobody's there, probably yes. If your goal is to just be around in the chat and chill, or do game XY and nobody's there, then it's not bad spent because you're still doing what you actually wanted to do.
This is interesting now that you mentioned that. If what you want to do is like game and chill and no one's there, and that's fine. I feel this way when I play Baldur's Gate, and nobody watches me play Baldur's Gate either, and I don't blame them. I have no rules, but I'm having like the gala time. I'm like, okay guys, let's put everybody in the party in pink dresses, because we're gonna, this is a Baldur's Gate Infinity Nikki crossover. And I'm like having fun for the sake of it, and I don't feel like oh, no one's here or whatever. But I think a part of why I do midlife crisis support is to host. So if no one's there, then I kind of feel like, oh, what's the point then?
Yeah. I get that.
Okay, Blind Frog, like how for me streaming's about creating a good experience for the present. Yeah. I think I understand that.
Yeah, if someone is there, it's like a bonus. Exactly.
If someone's there, it's like a bonus. So definitely. That certainly I feel that way. When people are when I have like one active person in the chat when I play Baldur's Gate, and they're like, "Why did you do that? Don't push a star in." And I'm like, did you find that funny too? It's like a bonus.
I was just recently talking to another friend. Have you ever heard Floatar? So he's a person who's been streaming every single day for the past 3,000 or 4,000 days, like 10 years. Doing art. He's really good at doing art. He also made some VR chat worlds that are pretty nice and actually sometimes well known. He's doing art or making 3D models. And just recently I was talking to him about this. It's very interesting to have a lot of different people and their thoughts. Like, I think the viewer count doesn't matter too much, but the active chatters.
Would you like to tag them in the chat? I'd like to give you a moment so we can check them out. Because the chat is asking you.
Right.
Maybe. We support artists. Especially artists that stream every day for the last 10,000 days. What the hell? That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I was and he's a frog enthusiast. I was sending his stuff to Blind Frog as well because I know her, and she likes frogs too, and I like frogs, and he likes frogs, and it's nice.
It's a frog gang.
Very chill guy.
Yeah, cool. I would like to check them out too. Thank you for sharing. So interesting. I think we had a very fruitful conversation. Go on.
Yeah, and one last thing. How many Discord servers do you think I'm in?
I don't know. 5.
We don't know each other that well. Well, about 150.
Oh, what? Is that possible? I thought there was a limit.
Well,
you have Nitro?
Without Nitro, it's 100. With Nitro, it's 200.
Okay. You still have 50 more to go to max out.
And basically, Discord is my news platform. Like you said, like Twitter, I'm in so many Discords where it's like one specific VR creator making a world or shaders or whatever, and I'm just in there. If they post, I made this new thing, I see it. So for me, Discord is a lot like a news platform.
To see like what
and just
people
like
are
you
up to.
using yours, like announcing
I
streams, announcing
suppose,
this or that,
yeah.
that and troubleshooting. So there's a lot of tools like VRC Fury, for example. If
Yeah.
something doesn't work for you, there's a Discord, and you can use the search function if somebody
true.
else had that
It's
issue
also
already.
like a helpline, right?
Exactly. For me, it's news and support forum for specific purposes.
Yeah. Okay, so Blind Frog saying that they didn't even know that there was a limit to Discord Nitro servers.
There is. I reached it in the past.
Cool. So, next question.
Yes.
You make very many different kinds of videos on YouTube. Can you tell us a little bit about the types of videos that you make?
Yes. So, I made a list here too. So one, it's tutorials, teaching stuff, and that's also I have everything categorized with the thumbnails. It's about colors, so everything that's orange is like teaching tutorials, Blender, and that could be anything. It could be Blender, VRChat, in VRChat, Unity, VCat, for example. I was showing separate tools like translating stuff in VR. Anything that's supposed to be, oh, you search for this and you find that it's teaching something. So that's one type of video.
Okay.
Then, yeah.
Yes. So Italian characters, you missed the question, so I'll ask the question.
Sorry.
Again.
Yeah.
Airbee makes a lot of types of videos on YouTube, so I'm asking him to give us a little introduction about the types of videos he make. And one is tutorials.
Yes. The second is world showcases. I show 10 different worlds, completely random. I purposefully don't categorize it like top 10 X, top 10 Y. I purposely put completely random stuff because I think there's a lot of things people don't realize is there, and they wouldn't look for it. And if they saw top 10 XY, they wouldn't click on it. But I think it's very nice to just have complete variety. That's blue, world showcase stuff. And a third category is just very random stuff. It's not very established yet, but I do like to, I want to make music videos, random skits, like funny things, compilations of like a stream or whatever whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Eating cookies.
So two very distinctly different types of content. Tutorials, VRChat World Showcase, and everything else.
And for streams it's world hopping, dancing. I like to stream dancing, not too much recently, but I did that a lot in the past. And karaoke. I think that's like the three
I really
streams that I do.
I really did enjoy the few karaoke streams that I did, but when I did do that, like my voice was later than the music.
Yes, that's why it's always a pain to set up to get the delay right, that everything is in sync, that the reverb is working, everything is working. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
but
tough
when it works,
world
it's
out
fun.
here. When it works, it's fun. But I mean, even if it doesn't work, it can be fun for you because, like, you're not experiencing the audio issues.
Exactly,
like, you're just having a gala time. You're like, la la la.
Yeah.
Karaoke can be really fun. Also, Wildy, welcome in. Hi, good to see you. And you also have so many Discord servers. I'm not surprised. Okay, so.
Hydrate.
Oh yeah, hey, hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. Hi, Michelle. Drink some water. How is everyone doing? Oh, every time I ask, like, how is everyone doing? All I can think of is holidays, and I have like Christmas bells in the background. Like, da, 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 da. Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, we learned that the first category of video that you make on YouTube is tutorials. Tell us your process in making VRChat
Okay.
avatar creation tutorials.
Okay, so I'm gonna look. It's kind of one thing that I'm like, because of the face eye tracking, you will know when I'm just reading off.
No, I know they won't. They won't. They wouldn't know.
But so basically, it starts with an idea, right? What do you want to teach in a tutorial? How do you get an idea? Couple different ways. One is people ask me questions. Like I have friends, they know I know stuff about Blender or avatar creation, or like you said, somebody in the art chat asks me something. Like you get a question, how does this work? And you get it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Maybe there is not a proper resource out there teaching how to do that. Possibility 1. Possibility 2. Personally, I want to do something and I get a cool idea of, oh, you can do it like this. It works like that. That's cool. And I make something new as a concept or something from my personal avatars. And I think that's really cool. And I think it would be cool if more people do that. And probably more would enjoy it than I. That's an idea. And another one is when I struggle with something. So similar, I want to do something. I have an idea in my mind of what I want to do for a world, avatar, whatever, or a tool. And I look and I look and I look. I don't find anything. I experiment. I spend 5 hours trying this works. Yeah, exactly. So when I struggle with something a lot and I get to a conclusion that I'm happy with, then I feel like it's probably worth it to talk about, because other people will have similar thoughts at some point. Maybe nobody asked me that yet, but that's okay. Maybe it's a very niche thing, but maybe there's like these 3 people out there from the other side of the world that have the same idea I had and want to do the same thing, and they struggle and they look for a tutorial and then they find mine. So that's like, yeah. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Any questions to that?
No.
Or
no, I agree.
Okay.
Like, I'm following. Yes, let's go.
Yes, idea. Okay, we have an idea. We see this could be a video. This could be a nice teaching resource thing. Then it's important to think, for whom is this video? Is this for the average Joe touching Unity for the first time? Is this for somebody who already has an avatar and they just want to add a feature? Is this for somebody who is very in-depth and knows what they're doing, but they don't know about this feature? So that's important, the target audience, figuring out. And according to that, you kind of need to adjust the way the video is,
of course,
build up on. Like, do you explain every single thing that you do? Do you just say, oh, yeah, we do this, that, bam, boom, without explaining too much about the basic stuff? So that's kind of important in my eyes.
Yeah.
And when I kind of know, okay, this is the topic, this is kind of the level and the amount, how in depth I want to go. And then, wait, let me read. What did I write here? Yeah, exactly. Then there's 2 types of ways how I actually go about making the video. And it's either I actually try, sometimes, trust me, sometimes I try to make a script and read the script off and make it very like planned and scripted and actually have a very, very direct plan. But I found myself struggling really hard with that, because I think, first of all, authenticity. How was it called?
Authenticity, yes, authenticity. Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels nicer if it's authentic, and you can learn a lot by just watching somebody do something and listening to their thoughts. Because I can make a 2-minute video telling you exactly what to do, but I believe that you have more from the video in the long term if it's maybe 5 minutes and I show the entire screen, showing what I do, not just the one specific thing that's important. about the entire thing, because often you just are lost on something else that's not the main focus of the video, maybe. And also the thoughts, because then I can explain why are we doing this.
Yeah.
That's now that I think, it's more like the type is problem solving or teaching. And I really prefer the teaching part, where there's a topic and you teach about that. And then you talk about your thoughts. Why are we doing this? What else could we do? What is the reason for this and that? It gets a little bit longer, which I'm not happy, because people usually want to have a
Quick
problem
answer.
fixed. And yes, yeah. So I try to make a balance there. But yeah, ultimately, I get in my brain, what is the topic? For whom is it? Then I do everything I want to do once in the tutorial, like without recording, to make sure, okay, it's actually working that way, right?
Yeah.
do the entire thing, so I know what to do, and then I record the same thing, or I'm just talking over what I'm doing. Sometimes I just do it twice when I notice, okay, well, that was a wacky explanation, or it was a little bit weird, and I do it again, and then I record everything like 20 times because I'm very unhappy with the result.
20 times.
It depends,
okay,
but sometimes I did
so
that.
Usually your tutorials are like 10-20 minutes long max, like shorter even sometimes. So how long does it take for you to actually finish a video, like from okay, you have an idea to okay, it's done and uploaded?
It's varying a lot. It's varying a lot on the complexity of the subject and how confident I am in the subject. Because sometimes it's a very streamlined, simple thing, then it's very easy. Then usually I can actually go from having the idea to having the video out in 1 hour. Could happen.
Okay.
Then I'm just doing it how I always do it, show it, boom. When it's something more complex, like I had a video teaching in general about materials and shaders, and it's so hard to think. There's a billion things you could talk about. What is relevant? For whom is it relevant? And what order makes sense? Because you need to understand this, but you also need to understand this to understand this. And it's like, how do I structure this so people can understand it? And then it could very well be that, okay, I have the idea, and then I try to think what makes sense for a couple hours. I have a follow-up
question. I remember you earlier said that you tried to make a video a week. So if the genuine process of creating videos is very dependent on the material that you're going to put into it, wouldn't that kind of be really difficult for you to hit like a video a week kind of goal? Also, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Before your answer, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you, Wildy.
Ooh.
Yay.
Thank you, Wild.
Yeah. We share the sub. So yes, I'm so sorry. So it must be difficult to hit this. Are you reading the chat right now?
Yeah. Code Eve. Oh my god.
Oh my god. What was that?
That's
how many
like
was that?
10 subs.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Thank you so much for 10, the 10 community subs, Wildy. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the hype train, we have a level 4 hype train, like just bang off.
That's crazy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For
wait, I have something for this. Give me a second. Where is it? No.
Oh, let's go. So
no, I wanted to have confetti. Where's confetti?
if you like try to do they changed the emoji for that. Now it has like a pop sign.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
That's what I wanted.
Love to Wildy. Everybody say thanks to Wildy. Whoever who got a sub, please say thanks to Wildy.
Did I get one? I think I didn't.
I don't know. That was like a bunch.
No, shaking my head.
Thank you so much. I thought
Eve, are you the Eve that I met today? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Also,
just
hi
curious.
Cody, welcome in. I saw you said earlier, and I think they said like it's always an average Joe, and I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Bob. Thank you so much for the 5 community subs. You guys are so kind today. Thank you so much. We have to thank you. Yay! Christmas gift to everybody. Santa's in the chat. Everybody say thanks. Please say thanks to Just Bob.
That is crazy.
All-time record shattered. What? Guys, that's crazy. Thank you so much.
Me? Okay.
New record level 5.
Oh, in real life. Because today I was meeting a VR chat friend, right? And there was a third person that I met for the first time, who is called Eve.
Ah, okay.
So I was like, maybe that's you, but it's not.
No. Oh, what is going on?
That's true.
Did you gift another 10? Wildy?
Yeah, Wild did.
Thank you so much.
Oh!
Thank you so
I can't even get...
Chat, what the hell? W Wild. Wildy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Awfully kind of you. You've been very kind. Thank you so much. I'm glad if you are enjoying the stream. Very happy to have you here as well. Thank you so much. Yay!
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh wow. Anyway, okay. Thank you so much. It's awfully kind of you. Sorry.
Now I have to watch you more often.
We got you do. Yeah, everyone who got subs now you get like extra channel points and stuff. So tune in. Have to make use of the sub powers. Yeah, okay. I don't want to hijack too much of the Q&A for this, but thank you so much.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Okay, so yes, coming back to my question. So if it really takes so much time for you to, depending on the content of the video that you're making, how do you like hit goals? Like it sounds impossible.
That's why for what I tried to do was like the world showcase thing is a very not random thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have 10 worlds. It's usually taking the whole process takes around 4 hours, maybe 5 hours to make a video. That's something that I said for myself. It would be nice if I can make one of those videos every 2 weeks. That's a very consistent thing. I think I can spend that much time every 2 weeks, and that's like consistent. And the tutorials are whenever they happen. That's what I tried for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So the answer would be to kind of to hit your goals, to do something that is maybe a bit more straightforward, and then like make sure stuff gets made still. I mean, to you that isn't really like, it's just like imaginary goals that we set for ourselves, right? It's not like management's going to be like, we didn't hit our bottom lines, guys, you're not getting a Christmas bonus. Nothing like that. No pressure like that on us. So to kind of keep up with our own expectations, it's always good to kind of like pace out the things that you're doing. So you're not always making maybe the highest quality content, but you still get to keep creating. And if you don't, you actually forget how to do it. So that's I feel like, you know, more of a disadvantage to have if you like go on a few months without making a video.
I wouldn't say forget how to. Maybe you just out of habit.
Yeah,
it's like taking it a little longer. Maybe
you lose your edge, quote unquote.
Maybe.
Okay, so here's a funny question. Why and how do you make the Aura compilations? And okay, so I believe I have to do something first. And you have to give me a moment to set
Are you going to show the video?
Yes, I'm going to show a video. Airbee, keep the chat entertained while I pull up a video.
Okay. Sure. Airbee sub power? I don't think that's me. It's all Sajini.
Oh, no, thanks for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I think, well, it's not. I think, like from genuinely from I think viewer interest perspective, people like the Q&As more. And I've been very happy to kind of have figured out by total accident and chance
Yeah.
to exclusively interview other VTubers to learn about their journey. And this is like completely total personal motivation from my end, because I want to know. So I'm asking people. And I decided, hey, you know, maybe other people want to know too. So I guess maybe here we kind of overlap in how we come up with ideas. You're like, huh, you know.
And it's a stream. Have you realized that? It's a stream.
Yes.
And it's for yourself.
That's true. That's true. It's for my self stream that like seemed people seem to be interested in as well. But yes, go on. Yeah, very happy to have you here.
I don't know. What else can I say?
Guys,
what is
please
that? Is it
ask
chicken
questions.
nuggets? Right, it's your chicken nuggets.
Ask questions from Airbee.
So Ali's or JL caught in 4K. I never looked at your emotes now that I think about it. Did you make the Avi? I edited it. So the avatar I'm using is called Charo, or like the base is called Charo, and I bought it and I modified it a little bit, especially with the iron face tracking. I made it a little bit more custom to how I like it. Colors, shirt, but it's still very close to the original model that I purchased. But I did make a lot of stuff from scratch too. I just had a little bit of avatar crisis. But
okay,
yeah.
I have.
And your credit card number? No. Okay, good.
Okay, guys, we're gonna watch an Aura video, and then I will come back to the I will come back to the question.
It's called Or, by the way, not okay. Aura. Or.
Okay, Or.
The R is at the end. It's like Or.
Oh, video. Okay, here we go.
Hello. Hi. Well.
What?
Welcome to immersive 360-degree sphere of audio
Wow. No. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Kitty. Oh, fish. Oh, fish. Fish. Look at that. Look at this one. Look at him. Cool. Frogs. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Oh. I'm a cube now. Mirror. Whoa. And whoa. Oh. New. Whoa. Oh.
Hey, wake up.
Here, snack. Wait, take their cash, dropkick them. Up. Whoa. Whoa. Well, I have a water bottle here. It's definitely vodka. No takedowns here. No takedowns, don't worry. I really needed that. Wow. Oh. Yeah. And yeah. That's it. That was crazy.
Okay, so you have been yes, so that's the Or video. Oh, hold on. Eugene's music started playing. Need to put that away. Anyway, whoops. Yes. So okay. So the chat seems to be thoroughly enjoying it. And yes, you have now been introduced to the videos. They are so fun. I love them. But why and how do you make the Aura compilations?
Okay, it has nothing to do with me, okay? Shoutouts to Lemon. So I was just streaming, as always. And Lemon, also an Austrian friend of mine, viewer, whatever, was saying, "Oh, you say a lot, like every Austrian." I was like, "Okay, damn, that's crazy. I really do." And then she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna make a compilation," and she did that. Like I did nothing there. Okay, she sat down, had the stream, made the edit, made the video, and I loved it. It was so funny, and then I uploaded it. I'm not part of this. It's not my job. I'm just doing the stream content.
Wow. So
huge shout outs to Lemon.
Lemon watching us right now.
I don't think so.
Okay, Lemon.
So,
I
but
will
I will
find
send
you
her.
later, and I will ask you why and how you make the Aura compilations. I think it's interesting that you mentioned that like a lot of Austrians do that, and I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, something is interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Oh,
something happens. Oh.
yeah. Oh.
But regardless, like I did similar videos, not with this specific thing, but generally I like stream compilations and highlights. So every year I make a highlight video of all the clips that happen on my streams. And I've had a couple of streams that I found specifically funny and that I sat down, watched through everything and tried to make like similar videos like that. So I really like this type of thing. Yeah.
When you edit a video where you think is funny, how much time do you have until it becomes not funny anymore?
Difficult question.
It does happen.
I'm hungry.
Wait. Is it dinner time? It is dinner time.
Regardless.
Yes. So, okay, let me rephrase the question, right? When you are editing...
No, I get it. I get it. I know I get it.
Okay. But like, okay, first of all, it is rare that like you think that you are funny. Like when I try to make like clips for my TikTok, and I think, haha, I'm laughing so hard here, I guess that was funny. But by the time I am finished with like clipping it and then putting the subs on and then it goes on my TikTok and then it like plays there, I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I agree, yeah. That happens.
Yeah.
How much time? I don't know. It depends. It varies. For example, these videos, the first time Lemon sent this to me, I was rolling on the floor. I was dead. I loved it. Sorry, voice. But by now, I still think it's funny, but it's less funny than it was at the start. But I think it's fine. One interesting thing as well, maybe that is important in that regards. A lot of people, when they look at their old content, right, or at anything they do themselves, cringe.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't. Like, I can look at my videos from 2012. I think, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. And it's the same with this. Like, I think
we're gonna say,
it's funny. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I think what I experience is not quite cringe, but rather, oh wow, I was such an idiot.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I did the best at the time, right? Maybe I would do it different now, but at the time I did the best.
Should Sajini make a OA redeem? Okay, Italian. Let me take you up on this very interesting idea you have. But what would I be doing if you do the OA redeem? Do I do a OA? Or should Airbee
Just
do
say
an OR? Oh, better yet, we make a clip of you doing the OR, and it like plays. It's like an Airbee OR every day.
Which one is the best one though? That's hard. There's so many different kind of ORs. There's not one to rule them all.
Clip it and then play. Yeah. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. I like that. I know. Then there's like a little bit of you left in the stream. Okay, so this takes us to pretty much like the first section of the deep dive is coming to an end. I think maybe we switch up a little. Maybe we just go and change up the background, sit a little bit differently, drink some water. Maybe you can grab a snack.
Stand
you're
up and walk away. Goodbye.
Yes, and we will see you shortly. Please do hold on. While we adjust a little bit on the camera side, I will have our voice turned on, so we will talk to you. But visual, I'm gonna switch out. Okay, you're gonna have a starting soon screen. My apologies, I didn't render the be right back. So hold on. But we will respond to you in voice.
Yeah, there was one question earlier. Hold on, that I wanted to. What was it? Torinian Avi. I don't think I have used that. If that question was related to me, do you know what Torinian is? Torinian Avi.
No,
like Codeve was asking
I don't
about.
know what that is. I'm assuming it's a type of avatar.
Probably, yeah, but I don't know it. I don't think I've used it.
All right. Please enjoy this very cool animated starting soon screen. I've actually been having a lot of trouble with my memory. Even while I was rendering this video, like Adobe was like spazzing out. So, but like, hey, it's super cool. I like how it turned out. I wanted to do more, but I was restricted by my hardware. But yes. Oh, I need to get up from my chair, man. Maybe the next bit I do standing. Just stand around.
I could sit on the floor. Or we can stand. We can also stand. That's also fine.
Maybe we stand a little bit.
Okay, that's good. So do we stay in this world or do we go somewhere else?
Let's stay here and switch up maybe the camera position a little. Oh my god, I did the again. Easy, gotcha-gasm, pay.
It's a curse. I cannot do it anymore without thinking about Lemon. I think about it all the time. Just
Neighbor,
like the blinking.
Hi, welcome in, neighbor. How are you doing today? Are you feeling better after sleeping badly yesterday? Or so we expected you to anyway. I should drink some water. What's up? How are you doing? I really want to eat an onigiri. It is all that is in my mind right now, but I know it will take me really long time to eat it, so that's not the best idea. I'll just wait until stream is over.
Got this. I'm hungry too. We'll get through this together.
We'll get through this together. I appreciate you. All right. Now it's just
Where do you want to stand?
Exactly, that's the question.
I mean, we could like honestly, this could be a nice background thing as well, I think. Technically.
That's
maybe
true.
If we stand here and the camera is facing that way. I don't know about the lighting. Should be fine though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was also wondering if it's going to be a bit too dark here, and I am right. It's a bit dark.
Is it?
Oh no, it's actually okay, but it's like kind of in ruins in the back. I suppose it is kind of a ruined place anyway. Maybe if we come forward a bit
that's
more,
just
like
how it
here.
is.
Yeah, I think this should work. Sleeping wasn't that bad. By the way, I missed everything. Yes, you missed everything. We are now almost halfway through. and
More than halfway.
just yes, more than halfway through, and standing and stretching and oh, there's a rainbow. Do you see the rainbow? There's a rainbow in the distance. Pretty.
Indeed. I'm just gonna float, I guess, that I'm a little bit higher up.
I think Ivy will become a bit shorter, and then we would still be small, like equal in. Yeah, that's good. I think we're both in the frame.
Okay.
And
it's kind of funny. That's one thing that's always the same. When I meet a VRChat friend in real life, the first thing everyone says is, "Oh my god, you're so tall." Because I'm really tall in real life. I'm like 1.90 m. I'm 190 centimeters. And nobody thinks that because in VRChat I'm just short.
Yeah, it's a short boy. A short little furry.
Happened today too.
Okay, so I know that I'll be turning this side a lot to look at you. I think maybe standing might be not a bad idea at all.
Is it?
Yeah, because I feel pretty good right now. And I think the movements of the avatars look a bit more organic this way as well. Like not so...
Oh, it's a good idea.
Like,
yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I'm not like forcefully sitting. All right,
Yeah.
I think we are ready.
Mhm.
And let's transition back in. Thank you so much for waiting. We had a little break. And we are back to moving on to the rest of the Q&A. And I'm standing for a difference. Okay.
Do.
So, when it comes to streaming, how do you plan or prepare for each session?
I don't. Then. Not
But
entirely
wait,
true.
that's
So
not
the
true,
streams,
right? Like
yeah.
you do like the world hopping, and you do have to prepare for this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, so Twitch, I don't. Twitch is. I feel like playing Trackmania. I start up the stream. Boom, playing. World hopping. I do have a playlist in VRChat with way too many worlds that I still want to check out. So that, I guess, is some type of preparation. I don't really plan which world to visit, but I do have a playlist with stuff that I want to visit. One single thing is technically thumbnails. For world hopping streams, I have thumbnails prepared, which is just a random picture of me looking somewhere in a beautiful world, and then I just slap my stream world hopping and talk thing on top, and I prepare that. But in terms of content, in the end, not really anything, no.
Okay. So one thing I used to do is make sure that I already have the world loaded in. Like when I stream, because I don't want like a blue screen for a few seconds, even though it really doesn't matter. Later I gave up. Like I used to do this and I was like, oh yeah, but
I don't care.
it doesn't matter. Like, and I feel like half the time people who are in streams are actually just rather listening to it in the background, not quite watching you all the time. So yeah.
Though I have to say for that, I really, really wish that VRChat would implement a loading screen that also has your avatar loaded. Because very often in the loading stream, I am reading chat and want to talk to chat.
Yeah.
But it feels less personal. Like I'm just the voice there. With the avatar, and especially with the eye and face tracking, like I'm looking at you. I can. There's emotions. It's more personal.
That's true. Yeah.
So it would be so nice to have a very basic world. Just the blue world that we have is fine, but load the avatar and let me have full body tracking in
Take
that.
Notes,
so
dev group.
That's
Take
better.
notes. These are good notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
pretty
cool. Much no plan for Twitch streams. Good.
Yeah.
Here's another question: how do you manage to balance streaming with content creation? Like how much time do you spend to like? Okay, so you have a certain fixed amount of free time, right? Like, how do you split them between streaming and making stuff like content? not
It's
just
random.
not just YouTube.
Yeah.
Sorry, including VR
Yeah, I know.
travels, everything.
Yeah. I have a list. Oh my god, the camera is
Yeah,
rotating
sorry,
with you.
my bad. That shouldn't happen. Let me fix that.
Yeah.
It's fixed.
Is the position? It's somewhere else now. Is it still good?
It's still good. Like, we are still in frame.
Okay, good. I have a list with a lot of things that I like to do,
Mhm.
which includes just playing VR chat, making a video in VR chat, streaming VR chat, doing anything like playing piano. A lot of like a really long list with a ton of interests of mine.
Mhm.
And then I go to random.org and randomize it, and I do whatever comes on top.
Oh. Wow.
And sometimes I'll be like, I don't feel like doing that.
Solves a lot of the what
Yeah,
do I do problem.
sometimes
Interesting.
sometimes I feel like I don't want to do whatever's on top. Then I just go to the second item and I feel like maybe I feel like that. Yeah, and very often I feel like streaming, and then I just do that. So it's just when I feel like it. And sometimes, like I have days sometimes where I was literally streaming 3 times a day, for like 10 hours. It happens.
Yeah.
And then I have a month where I'm not streaming. That also happens. I do in the back of my head. I do have this. Oh, I haven't streamed on Twitch for a while. Maybe I should do that again sometime. Like, it is there, but it's very quiet. It's sometimes like
Okay. It's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But for videos, it's
go ahead.
same thing. I would ideally try to maybe make one video a week, but the same thing. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, we don't have bottom lines to hit, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So the next question I'm actually really looking forward to. But before I ask a question, I want to bring up something earlier from our Q&A session as well. So you said when I earlier asked you, okay, what's the process to making the tutorial videos? You were like, you have an idea, and then you kind of figure out what the target audience is, and sometimes you write a script. So there is certainly a process that you have to go through to make the kind of like content that you make on YouTube. So what are the tools and resources that help you in this, from management of like your ideas to scripts to the programs you use for editing, screen capture? Tell me everything.
Yeah, I mean, you said you're looking forward to that and you want me to take notes.
I did.
And I feel like that's gonna be really disappointing because I do everything in Notepad++. I have a random text file and I just write my idea there. I write the script there. Anything I have in my brain, I just write down there. I do record everything with OBS. Awesome tool. Best software to do anything recording, streaming related.
Yeah.
Actually, that I didn't mention. Like, it's hard. Well, videos first. Maybe for streams I can say more stuff. But OBS for recording. DaVinci Resolve for editing. And for thumbnails I use either GIMP or Photopea. Photopea. If you haven't heard of Photopea, it's like a website that's basically like Photoshop, but it's all free. It's super powerful.
I hope you're taking notes.
Can big recommend.
Because I am.
Yeah. Photopea is really powerful and cool. But other than that, not really any programs or tools. I can't say.
What do you do for like okay, so I want to make a comment about you using Notepad++, right? So recently I started working on one of those complicated YouTube videos. Like, we're like, okay, where do I start? What do I say? What's necessary to the point that I'm gonna make? Like, you have to really figure the whole thing out. And if you're like, oh, there's so many million things that I can talk about. And I was so confused. So I went to Felix. I was like, Felix, I can't keep track of my own thoughts. Like, everything is just so much. And he recommended Logseq to me. Are you familiar with Logseq?
Never heard of it.
Okay, so Logseq is basically, well, I can't say. I'm thinking Notepad++ is similar. But there you can open journals, and it automatically opens you a journal every day. Like, so you have an entry for every day. Plus, you can make like time like maps, and you can draw, and you can like I forget the word. Like you can take like certain bullet points and embed them in your other bullet points, so like everything can like feed off from each other. It's been great. I've been loving Logseq so far, and it's free. Unfortunately, you can't cross-use it between devices yet because it's pretty new, and this feature they don't have yet. So sometimes I'm in my bed and I think of something that I want to say, and I have to get up and go to my computer to write it down, and this is a bit annoying.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. I think.
I hope they
Have
fix
you?
that.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Go
I was thinking about using Trello or like how's it called? I forgot the other thing. Sajini was writing it, and no, not Sajini. Sorry, Jewelry Box.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Here, Notion.
Notion, yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about using that. I think it would be very good and smart, and I think it would help me, but I haven't gotten around to get familiar with the tool yet and use it properly.
I think if you're interested in Notion, definitely try Logseq. Notion definitely has more like fancy features and whatnot, but Logseq, while it's barebone, pretty much offers like the same primary. Oh, butterfly. Same primary functions. I can't believe I actually remembered the sentence after that distraction. I was like, "Ooh, butterfly." Same primary functions.
I have that so often. I have that often too.
Okay, so
random particles flies by.
Okay, so okay, thank you for that answer. Yes, I think you mentioned very, very interesting tools still. Thank you. So
yeah,
what is one platform, in your opinion, every VR chat content creator, let's make it a little bit specific, should be on, and why?
So in my notes, and I stand by that, is the one that you feel comfortable on. Whatever, like, it's important to feel comfortable on the content you create. I know I wouldn't feel comfortable doing stuff on TikTok. It might do well or whatever, but short form content. I personally value authenticity a lot, and you should feel comfortable. But I do think that YouTube is still a very good platform to just do stuff on YouTube and Twitch. I mean, that's the ones I'm using.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now we're kind of moving into the community section of the questions, and some of them we already went through, but what has been your biggest challenge growing a community? And I want to mention a few things, because you said sometimes you would stream, sometimes you wouldn't, sometimes you'd make videos, sometimes you wouldn't, like kind of an on and off pattern. And this is often detrimental to maintaining community. Or is it? How has it been?
No, it is. Like, I noted down schedule. Schedule is the one thing that is the most important for maintaining a community, and it's the one thing that I've been struggling the most, which, we had at the start already.
I'm so sorry I jumped in. I'm just so surprised what is going on today. Thank you so much for that.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine, don't worry.
Thank you so much for the gifted subs. That is awfully very kind of you. Thank you so much. I see you in my TikToks as well. You've been so kind. Thank you so much, and very nice to see you here on Twitch as well. How are you doing? I'm doing something different today. I'd like to introduce you to Airbee. He is also a VR chat content creator just like me. He makes stuff on YouTube and he streams on Twitch, also streams on YouTube. And I have him here on a program today. You know what, like a little bit of a recap and an introduction. So Bit by Bit is a program that I host every Saturday. Well, I mean every Saturday where I have someone to speak to. And I ask questions from fellow VTubers on what their journey is like, what tools they use, stuff like that. And yeah, today I have Airbee, and we are about halfway through the Q&A session. And welcome in. Very, very good to have you here. Yes, I'm so sorry I disturbed you there. But hi.
No, it's fine.
Bye, Kizali, as well. Thank
I was
you.
done with the question anyways.
welcome over to Twitch. You know, this is interesting because, like, one thing I like to ask often is if, like, when you make content on a completely different platform to Twitch, and then you say, hey, like, I'm also streaming over there, like, there's always kind of a conversation on, like, how much influx of people you actually get from one platform to the other. And I've actually had a pretty good experience so far, but perhaps this is because my expectations are different, because I'm in marketing and I kind of know how the funnel works, so I'm like, yeah, this is actually what you can expect. But is this something that has been on your mind as well, like kind of a transference of an audience you build in one place to another?
Actually, yes. So I was doing stuff on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got more attention on YouTube with videos, subscribers, whatever. And then I was on a hiatus for a while, didn't do anything on YouTube, but I kept doing stuff on Twitch. And I was surprised that also more people than I thought actually came over from YouTube to Twitch and were chatting there. So that was surprising to me and interesting. I did enjoy it, but it's also very much, as I said before, the community is like the ones that are on Twitch are also on Discord. It's like YouTube is the very distant thing, or like the where it's easy to just lurk, watch, not care about actually interacting or interested in whatever else I do other than VR chat. And if somebody thinks, oh, I guess this guy's kind of nice, do they do more? They maybe join the Discord, they realize, oh, I also stream on Twitch, and then they're on both sometimes as well.
Yeah, like, I mean, not only is it like nice to see, but it's like also you can kind of feel proud, like, oh my god, like you did a thing there, and that was interesting enough to bring an audience from a different platform to this one. So very happy to see you from TikTok over here on Twitch. Also,
but names.
Bikers,
sorry.
How was your art? I saw it today. That's my first fan art. I had feelings today. Oh, that's such a strange sentence.
Ooh.
I mean, I had feelings about being a streamer today because, like, somebody's like currently drawing, I think, a fan art of me. They took like a picture while I was streaming on TikTok, and they're like drawing it, and I'm like, what is going on?
That is so cool. That is so cool.
So thank you so much. Very much appreciated. I felt something. So let's get back to the Q&A. I'm so sorry. Yes. So really your opinion is that you think YouTube is a good platform to be on. And I think I agree with you largely, because on YouTube, you have to think about the things that you were telling us to think about, right? Like, who are you making this video for? What is the point? And you learn how to create something of value. And this is an important thing for a creator to learn. So if you do consider making content on YouTube, despite whether it gets like traction or not, because it will be a learning to you to craft your content. All right, shall we move on to the next? Hello?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's. You good? You good? I think you're.
I'm good. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Cool. We can move on.
So I'm asking this question for myself. Right? I think I mentioned earlier that like I'm really not kind of sure what to do on Discord. So, do you have any tips to manage a Discord server and keeping it active? What do you do as a veteran who's in 150 Discord servers? Tell us some things that you have learned.
Yeah. Post insights about your stuff is what I would say. Like, if you're working on something and it's kind of interesting, just post about it. If it's somehow related in any way, like I was working on a video I'm excited about, and I was like, oh my god, that's a lot of cuts. I took a screenshot of the editing thing and was like, That's a lot of cuts. I'm working on something. I mean, it does. Maybe nobody cares. Maybe somebody cares. I don't know. But I think stuff like this is very interesting. And I also want to mention again the person I mentioned before, who's drawing frogs and has been streaming every day. Because we've been talking about like growing or having active viewers or not, and what you care about a lot. And recently he started being a lot more active on his Discord, which I found very interesting. So maybe that's a better way to, because I think my Discord is very dead as well, and I don't care about it. If I have something to post, I do, and I think it's nice. But
I think
whatever.
you're also very mindful about like what you put on there. So like you don't ping everyone. I think you are very cultured.
Yeah,
the way you go about Discord.
I really hate pinging, pinging a lot.
I do that very graciously. I ping everyone. I'm so sorry, guys. If you join my Discord, you will get pinged. I do that like very often.
Yeah. So Floatar is often posting on Discord like, okay, drawing now, or time to paint now. Today we try to paint in color, or today we do watercolor, or we do science stream testing out new stuff in Blender. Kind of maybe if you start late, you can say, oh, I'm still shopping, starting later. Or he was talking because he does art. There's a new store in town that has cool art tools that he's interested in, so I will go there today and maybe buy some stuff that we can show on stream next time. Well, they're spent all time making something for the camera, so you can have cool colors. So anything that you work on or that's in your mind that is related to something that the person might notice on stream, maybe, or on the video or something.
No, I think there's definitely something to gain from that. That's a good point. Thank you.
And also struggles. I think struggles are very interesting. If you're like, oh, I have this. No. But like you have this idea, but you're struggling to put it into words, so it's too long. I'm very often when I make my videos, I feel like I'm yapping too much because it gets like 15 minutes long. I technically want it to be less than 10 minutes. Like, oh, I hate this. I feel like I'm yapping too much. And I just write that in the Discord. And I think it's interesting to just give insight in your thoughts.
Your struggles. Okay, so like
while creating content.
Inspirations and struggles. These are two good things to share on Discord that people take away from. I agree with you. Hadn't crossed my mind. Thank you for sharing. All right. So
you're welcome.
When do you think more people find your content or streams intriguing? Like, where does most of your followers, subscribers find you?
Yeah. So tutorials are things people search for. So all of my most viewed videos on YouTube are tutorials. Because random person thinks, how do I do a skirt? Look it up on YouTube, find my video.
I am random person.
So that's definitely how most people first hear anything from me. Maybe they find a second tutorial and like, oh, I've heard this voice before or whatever. And then they check the channel. Maybe they have a third tutorial. Like, imagine they've seen 2 tutorials, they were both helpful. Maybe there's a third one that I actually want to watch. Then they check out the channel. And then maybe they realize, okay, there's more interesting stuff, like World Showcase, that's also interesting. And then they maybe stay. Discovery, definitely tutorials.
I see.
Wait,
no, I agree.
have something more.
I feel like, okay, before you add the other thing, I want to say this. And when we made the TikTok, I mentioned this as well. I'm currently, it's been in the works for a very long time, but you heard it here today. I'm almost done with it. I'm making a maid version of Avatar Kara. And she has a big skirt there, and I wanted it to have fizzy bones. But I didn't want to overdo it because, like, the moment you have too many fizzy bones here on VR chat, your avatar rating will plummet. So I wanted to do it properly, and I really need to figure out how to get the bones in there. And I was looking this up, and I found your tutorial. And I watched it and I was like, okay, that was useful, but I had to watch more to figure out what I wanted to do. But when I did meet you, which was also in like some roundabout way, because I think Jewel introduced me to you, right? Because
Well,
we
Jewel,
met in the Discord server.
yeah,
for
in the
VTubers.
Discord, yeah.
Yeah, so we met in a really roundabout way, and I saw that was your YouTube channel, and I went there to check because I was looking for people to get on the program, right? I was like, okay, what does this person do? And I was like, wait, I have already seen this video. And I was like, wait, that's you?
That
Because
happens
like,
a lot.
I don't even think in the tutorial video there was like an introduction, like, hey, I'm this and that. No, it was like, bang.
No, I don't do that.
How to
Who
make
cares?
a
You
how
want
to
to
make a
know what,
skirt.
so yeah. Tutorials in general on all the videos, I really don't like that. Like, I don't like introducing myself. I don't like asking for a subscriber to subscribe or like. All of that, maybe I do at the end, but even then, probably not. But that's just me. I just want video content. That's the topic. That's important.
Yeah.
But that also brings me to continue my answer.
Oh, yes.
It's still very important, even if you don't introduce yourself, to have something recognizable. For example, a voice or a model. Having a cute model helps a lot too, and like something that is recognizable. So if I use this model and I make a tutorial, and then I make another tutorial with the same model, and maybe you randomly search for one and you find this, and then you find the second one and you're like, oh, I've seen this before. And then you start to think, maybe there is more, and then you maybe check out the channel. And if you don't have that, it's very hard to make people actually check out your channel and maybe search for more.
Yeah. No, that I agree. No, that was very good.
Yeah.
I really wanted to talk about like how we met, but then we had met before as well. Okay.
But it was the same story with Jewel, because
Really?
yeah. So how was this? Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, Jewel also watched one of my videos at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. In my Discord, one of my viewers, I was talking about how I feel like I yap too much in my VOD World Showcase series, and then a viewer of mine was sending a video from jewelry as like a comparison, or like, there's different styles. Everyone has their own, and there's no good or bad. Everyone has their unique style, and that's okay. And he sent a video from jewelry, and I was looking at that, and I was like, I think I haven't seen anything from her before. I was like, okay, I like that. That's interesting. And then I was checking her channel. I realized, oh, there's more stuff. Looks interesting. I will subscribe. Whatever. And then at some point, she was streaming. And I joined the stream, and I was like, yeah, hello. And she didn't realize that she knew me as well. So it was just like a random viewer joins the stream for the first time.
Yeah.
And then like 20 minutes later, she was like, wait, I've seen videos from you.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. And then she invited me to the Discord.
Yeah, no, I think I think when you spend a certain amount of hours on VR chat, and then eventually it becomes so like you're like living in a small hometown. You're like, oh, you're that person's that person who knows that person because you do the other thing that the other person that I know do the thing that you do, right? And you just somehow is connected to everyone.
Yeah.
It's like living in a
But I'm very happy. I'm very happy that the initial meeting, the first thing, is not instantly like, oh, I've seen your videos. I'm very happy about that, because I really am afraid of that. I don't want that. We can talk for 10 minutes and maybe then we realize, oh, I don't want to be famous or something. I want to have a normal human connection conversation.
I see. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so we're moving on to the next question. Thank you so much for your answers. What I'm so sorry. What do you often do with the community you build on Twitch, YouTube, or Discord? Anything regular? And I think I want to give a little bit more context to this question. The VTubers, not necessarily people like VTubers here, like on VR side, like you and I, or Jewelry, but people who have like VTuber Studio, have like their own virtual model, like that, like who do VTubing for their full-time job outside of their streaming, often like to keep the people like on their server super engaged. Like there's often game nights and movie nights and like very regular things to keep people engaged, and this happens outside of stream, right? So from that perspective, do you do anything with your community or do you not? And if you would, what would you do?
I have some thoughts towards that. Not okay. Where do I start? In Discord, maybe I just post some random stuff, and maybe viewers post random stuff, and then we have a random chat, like just having a normal conversation. There is one thing, and I've also added viewers as friends in VR chat, and we're just talking. But it's not really a community thing. It's just like I know them from my streams. They seem like a cool person.
Yeah.
We watch, like, it's just a mutual, we have similar interests and we work similar, so I guess we're friends now. It's not really a viewer, streamer, community type of thing, but it's more like, oh, we met like this. At first, maybe you were a viewer, but now you're just a friend. And then we do stuff together.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. In the past, I did community streams long ago, but not in the chat, but in other games. I was like, oh, we can play Minecraft together, we can play Trackmania together, we can do this or that. And now I don't do anything community-wise other than like writing in Discord. But I've had several moments where people asked, and also I myself would like to do something, but I'm also scared. Like, I'm not sure. I want to do some type of community hangout because I think I have a lot of people in my community that I would enjoy being friends with. But it's super hard to cross the bridge of viewer, streamer to being on the same level, just friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird and hard to do that. But what I would like to do is make a community event hangout thing on stream. It would be on stream, but I don't know. But I'm not sure yet if it's on stream or off stream.
And I think I have like complicated feelings towards the let's say commercial aspect of this.
Yeah.
And not only the commercial aspect, but also this kind of I really am forgetting the word, where like you build like this very parasocial relationship with people, and whether this is good.
Yeah,
for
they know you, but
community
you don't know them.
Correct. And like kind of doing these very regular things, I think only kind of feeds into that kind of situation. So I think maybe a topic for another day, because this can
but
be
I have concrete plans.
Okay, so people can look forward to that. I have.
Yeah. So what I want to do? No, I want to elaborate on that just really quickly. I want to make a community hangout thing where we play games like Quick Draw or something, because I play Quick Draw anyway a lot in public instances, and it could be nice to just do that with viewers. Then we could like start just talking and hanging out and playing Quick Draw or something. And one thing that I would find really interesting is once again a scheduled event where every person can show me one world. So I announce it beforehand. Everyone can like think, oh, I really love this world. I want to show it to you or to people, and then we make a community hangout. I make like an order list, and everyone can kind of showcase a world that they find interesting. And then, because that is a conversation starter as well.
Definitely
for a community hangout. Yeah, then I would feel like, okay, what do you talk about? How do you start? It's weird. Everyone knows me. I don't know anyone. But with this, everyone gets the chance to start a conversation and talk. Oh yeah, this is a cool world. I found it like this. I think it's really nice. You can do this and that, and then we can just start talking about it.
Yeah, That's pretty good, actually. Okay, so before I move on to the next question, I want to do a quick time
Yeah.
check. We have been live for 2.5 hours, doing pretty well with the only minor technical difficulties, that being my controller stand falling off. Oh, and that one time the camera moved with me. But other than that, we've been doing really well. And I want to mention something. When we initially talked about like, hey, let's like get on, let's do the Q&A, you were on board, and we were running through the questions, and I told you initially, hey, like I actually have a list of questions, but I'm gonna change it because I feel like,
Okay.
you remember this, right? I didn't even want to share with you what my initial list of
Yeah.
questions was, because I felt like I want to craft questions for you, for what you're doing, and not like generic questions. And I think so far we've had like a really, really fruitful conversation, and I'm really glad I did that. Yeah, personalize your questions if you ever do a Q&A.
Good job.
Thank you. So, the next question I'm going to combine in the interest of time. What has been your experience with monetization on platforms, and what advice would you give to people who are looking to monetize their content?
Yeah, that's a quick one. You know already. I don't monetize anything. I can't give any tips. I don't know. I want to keep
Moving on.
everything separate from money.
But you are affiliate, right? Do you have like
I am
Ko-fi?
affiliate.
Do you have any
No.
ways that people can support you?
No. The only thing is Twitch affiliate, and that's only because I like having emotes. If it was not for the emotes, I would cancel my affiliate as well.
Okay, interesting. You know, I really admire that about you, because like you are very no, like many words come to me, but I feel like none of them is accurate. Like I'm thinking straightforward, well thought out.
Just
like
say all of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently in the process of. Like, you know, very, very clearly aware of what your objectives are with like your hobbies, basically, and you don't intersect them. You're like, I'm not gonna make money out of this. I don't care. I don't have a coffee. You don't have to support me. I do it because I love it. Whatever, right? And this is really good. And I've talked about this in my TikTok, where like, especially if you're like a designer, and this is what you get into design because you like design, and then it becomes your job, and then it takes away from the hobby aspect of it, because you know then money becomes involved. And I really admire you for so distinctly keeping them apart at your young age. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I was a little bit distracted, I'm gonna say, because I was reading chat. I'm sorry, but
what is going on in chat? Is chat? I think chat is very nicely listening to us, not saying much.
Yeah, no, I was reading earlier because Arit was leaving. I think he's not here anymore.
Oh,
but,
I see. Bye,
good night.
Arj. What did they say? Man, this
interview is very interesting, but I'm honestly so tired. I'm gonna lay down in bed. But yeah, okay. Maybe you're not asleep yet.
Thank you for the stream. Really enjoyed it. Try to be here next time. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Mission accomplished. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, next question. How do you handle negative feedback or trolls in your streams and social media?
Very bad. Very bad. I'm a very sensitive person.
This is so unexpected to me. 'Cause like you're like, oh, don't care. Decide what's important to you. Don't care. Then you're like, actually, I take criticism with that. What happened to your thick skin? What do you mean? Okay,
no,
but do explain.
Well, I can't. It's hard. No, I'm very sensitive, right? I'm a very people please. That's wrong. I want, as everyone, I want to be liked, right? Everyone wants to be liked by people. And if somebody doesn't like me, I feel hurt. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I do to you? And I would like to have a reason to change, maybe to know why. Because if I know why, I can say, well, I don't care. I stand by my point. Then I'm like, okay, whatever. But if it's without a reason, and I don't know why, then I feel hurt. I'm getting better, right? Because most of the hate doesn't have a reason. It's just like,
Yeah.
whatever, and you
Yeah.
should ignore that. I'm getting better.
Mhm.
Hold on, I did write something. Yeah, I overthink a lot, but slowly I start to manage to just ban people or ignore. Like recently, there was somebody on my stream who was kind of like promoting violence in a way. It was more in a jokingly fun way, but still, I really don't like that. And then they were also going on Discord and they were like, "Fuck yeah, America, guns, violence. The chat needs more violence or something." It was in a fun way. Yeah, it was more or less in a fun way, but I really didn't like it. And I was really upset, and I'm really proud of myself that I actually just banned that guy. Because usually...
Oh, I think you
the problem
muted
is...
yourself. But usually what?
Oh. No, I was just talking.
Okay,
Stop.
you were
Can
just
you hear me?
thinking. You were just thinking, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, no. My problem is I value everyone's opinion. That is good. But some people don't bring their opinion across. They just hate or whatever. There is no reason for it. There's no opinion behind it.
No brain.
And if there is hate, I want to know why. I want to know their opinion and the reason, and then I can say I don't care, or maybe I can change that. Yes. So I want every hate and everything that is negative, I want to give them a chance to explain. And that's the good and bad thing. It's like a double-edged sword. Because I can ask why, and usually nothing comes back. And then I can be like... Yeah. I feel like a dick if I just ban people because I don't like something. Because somebody's negative.
Okay.
So I kind of need to wait for a good reason to do so.
I think...
Yeah.
I think this is, again, maybe a topic for another time, but I feel like...
Yeah.
Like TLDR, I think your own virtues are becoming your undoing.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, so, but you're aware of this, so this is already a good first step, and you're saying you're getting better.
Yeah,
so that's good. That's good. Yeah, ban more people. Fuck them. It's your stream. Anyway.
Only if I have a good reason. Yeah.
No, just ban them. They can ask to be unbanned later, right? Like, I think it's... I don't know. Like, the thing is, if someone's being a dick, just ban them. And if they feel sorry and they want to, like, you know, not be an asshole anymore, then you can unban them. Like, you can deal with the consequences when it's appropriate. But I think it's more important to deal with the situation at hand. Or at least that's how I operate.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. On stream, it's like different. I was talking more about like video comments or on Discord stuff. On stream, I don't care too much. Then I'm like ignore, ban, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
This brings us to another kind of difficult question. Have you faced any burnout or creative slumps, and how do you deal with those?
Yesn't. My problem is that I have too much motivation for too many different things.
So
I wouldn't say that I ever had a moment where I was like, I don't want to stream, I don't want to make a video, I don't want to do this. So I didn't have it down, but I had too many other ups. And then something naturally has to go down because you only have so much time.
Okay.
Yeah, but in the end, I just kind of tagged to then I take a break, take it easy, do things as they come. If I do something else instead, it's fine too.
Very good on you. And I think this goes back to your motivations for making content as well. Like, you do it for fun, right? So there's no reason for you to feel like you're in burnout, because how would that happen? You don't have a manager breathing down your neck asking you to deliver, and you're like, I don't have anything. That doesn't happen to you.
But I did have that when I was trying to make a weekly video and really try to stick to that.
Mm.
And I'm really
Yeah.
happy that now I can say, well, whatever. It comes when it comes.
Yes. Italian cactus. I don't know why I was going to say cucumber. Yes. Go ahead. Ask me a question. All yours.
Oh, yeah. just writing
Italian
zucchini.
Cucumber. Yeah,
This
just
is like
saying
no
zucchini.
hello. This is literally just.
This is no hello. Yeah. Just say the thing. Why did you choose that name? It's because it's my name. It's not like a username. It's like my name is Sajini.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I was not aware.
My name is Sajini. It's a singular name. I'm from Sri Lanka. Yeah, legit. And it's what my parents named me. And for a long time, I really hated my name because. Okay, so my parents went to. So unrelated to the fucking Q&A, but might as well. My parents went to like a linguist in Sri Lanka. We have people who come up with children's names, and they would pick an auspicious alphabetical letter that is suitable for the child that gets born at a certain time. They look at the stars, fucking astrological shit. They do a bunch of things, and they're like, for her, the letter has to be Sir. And then he would make like a list of names from Sir. And my mom picked Sajini because, get this, it is a combination singular Sanskrit meaning. It means the rising sun. I am like if the Japan flag was a person, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's cool.
I hated my name for a very long time because it was like, wow, it's doing too much. Like it's doing too much. Like it's just a fucking name. It doesn't have to be all that. But then eventually, I got used to it. It's kind of like getting used to your voice. Right? Like in the beginning you're like, but then later you're like, okay, yeah, it's just who I am.
Fine.
I'm Sajini.
Exactly.
People get confused when I sang Dillu today. Nobody heard Sardinian in my area, apparently. Like that Japanese terrible joke that went. No idea. Okay, so that's enough of that. Get back to the Q&A. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore that. I know what you're talking about. Anyway, so what's a project you worked on that you're really happy with?
Okay. So there's a lot of them. I'm happy with the GitHub project that I have with like a lot of worlds categorized.
It is really cool.
I'm so happy that I sat down and overjumped my fears of coding and automated a couple of things so that it goes faster now.
Hooray!
But yeah, I'm really happy that this exists and everyone, I can share it.
Check it out. Can you share it?
Quick explanation. So there is a program called Illusion. It's not made by me. It's made by some people that is meant just as a gallery for artists. So if you're an artist, you draw a lot of stuff. You want to have it in a singular place. You maybe want to tag it with, this is a sketch, this is full color, this is a portrait, this is landscape. Random. A lot of pictures and a lot of tags. And I just utilized that program to categorize my VRChat worlds. So I download world thumbnails from worlds that I like, put them in Illusion, and tag them with tags like Quest compatible, dark, pretty, music show, adventure map, games. And basically that way I currently have around 1,500 world thumbnails saved with tags related to what is in them. And I only save the worlds that I care about, that I personally find interesting for one reason or another. And the cool thing about this is I can select random game world, and then I have all my game worlds that I like randomly categorized and play with people, and maybe also sort by quest and stuff like that. And it also has the link to the world inside of it, so you can just open it in the website and invite yourself, and yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. It's actually a really cool project. Cool.
Yeah.
So we're moving into the one before last section. I do a quick time check as well. Almost 3 hours in, so maybe we'll be wrapping up soon.
Yeah, time is going fast.
So, are there any particular games or content themes you'd love to explore more on your streams or videos in the future?
Yes, I would like to do more acting and like do funny videos or stories or music videos, stuff like this, where it's like more not me talking, but it's a finished product kind of thing with different avatars and the story kind of behind it. I think that would be super cool. And and I want to make a very quick problem-solving tutorial series, because most of my tutorials right now are teaching. I don't have many tutorials fixing problems, and I think it would be very nice to have a short series where it's just like, oh, my cheeks are red. What do I do? I don't teach why that is. I don't teach all around it, but I just tell you how to fix problem 1, 2, 3, whatever.
We all know the cheek red issue happens.
Yeah, because that's what people search for, right?
That's true. So, have you done any collaborations in the past, like with other VTubers? How did they go, and what did you learn from them?
Not really.
Okay.
In the long past, I did just random streams with friends playing games together. The only thing I kind of did with a couple of VRChat friends called we kind of created a studio digital dreamscape. We didn't really ever do anything, but we did try to make a music video together and make something work together. Yeah.
I see.
Like acting, movies, stuff.
Okay. But you have like acted in stuff, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Not much, but a bit.
So this is interesting because I feel like Twitch right now is giving you a lot of opportunity to co-stream with people. For example, very recently they rolled out a feature that let you share your chat with your co-stream, and then they made another feature that lets you share your viewer count with a co-streamer. So basically, if you are both streaming the same category, let's say you and I are both doing VR chat and I have 8 viewers, you have 10, then both of our streams will get pushed at 18 viewers level when somebody is browsing for VR chat streams. So Twitch is making a lot of effort to make collaborations more like fruitful for people to do. And
sorry, I need to change battery.
Oh, go for it. But I will carry on my monologue.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, you're
I'm
good?
ready.
Oh, wow, that was really fast. Nice.
It's magnetic battery that you just swap out.
Pretty cool. Yeah, so that, and they also introduced, so previously, if you are like for example trying to be affiliate and you needed like the 3 consistent viewer count, raids does not count to this, including for partner. Like if you're looking for a Twitch partner and you need to get your average viewer count up to like more than 100, and you get raids from other people that you know, they do not count towards your average view count, and they changed this and now they do. So I think Twitch is really encouraging streamers to collaborate and to be in each other's stream. I think, of course, largely I think people who are here also stream, and like you and I, right? And then we want to do something together. So it makes sense that they like encourage this collaboration. So you should do it. I say this, but like right now we aren't co-streaming right now either. Like you are on my stream.
We could have. I didn't cross my mind, but we could have.
Yeah, we could
technically. Could have worked. I was just not thinking about it. But it's also like I really dislike doing collaborations on stream.
Mhm.
Videos I'm fine with,
Mhm.
but on my stream, I like all my streams are just me alone. I really like having full control over stream because it's live stuff. And I think it's easier when you have full control.
Yeah, that's true. You have a guest over. You never know how things will go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what games or types of streams are you interested in doing co-streams with, if you ever do any?
Yeah. As I said, mostly videos. For streams, maybe stuff like like interviews or podcasts that I could imagine doing like collaborations. I think that would be interesting.
Mhm.
But not just hanging out. Like if it's a stream collaboration, it should have a plan and a
Mhm.
goal, like an interview, like a podcast, but
Mhm.
not just we're both hopping together. That's not something I would like to do. For
Yeah.
videos, definitely acting, as I said, like role play, making stories together. And one thing that I thought about, which could be cool, just to finish this, like I do the world showcase videos, right? I show 10 worlds. I think it would maybe be nice to have somebody else who also does world showcase videos, and world 1 I'm presenting, world 2 Jewelry is presenting, world 3 you're presenting, something like this, and it's like switching through. I think that could be really cool.
Yeah, I think we can do that, but Jewel has to come back to streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what?
It's just an idea in my mind right now.
It can be you, me, Karen tomorrow. 3 of us can do that. Because he does world hopping as well. But I don't. I kind of stay away from world hopping, actually. That's not something I do.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. It
So-
was just a random thought as a concept.
No, I'm saying I'm down. Like, that's not my usual audience, but I'm down. So, how do you think collaborations help in growing your community and reach? Maybe
Obviously, you have more exposure.
Okay, go ahead.
More exposure to more people. My audience, like I pinged everyone in my Discord that you're streaming, and I'm here.
Everyone's here.
And that brought a couple people, right? And the opposite would happen as well, probably.
Yeah.
So obviously, two communities kind of merge. Yeah, basically that. And what I think is cool about them is it's always cool to combine multiple things that are cool. So when for example, taking pictures in VRChat is really cool if you have avatar that fits in the world. It's world and avatar combined, they make sense. And as well, if you're a viewer and you like watching my content and you like watching your content, and then if both come together and make something together, that's cool because two interests get combined. So that's cool.
Next, an interesting question. What's one dream collab you hope to happen in the future?
This very interview.
Making dreams come true since 1996.
I don't really have anything. I don't know. Like I have a couple of creators that I really enjoy watching. Like I like watching Virtual. He's doing a lot of Trackmania content. I like watching Zombie. He's just a cool person doing random let's plays in German. But it's like, what would I do with them? I don't know. I don't really have a dream collab. Like I enjoy their content. I think they're cool people. I would maybe enjoy being friends with them and doing stuff with them, but I don't have a specific thing in mind. No.
All right. So we're actually closing in on the interview. If you guys have any questions you would like to ask, this is now your opportunity. We'd be live for about another half an hour, perhaps. So if you have any questions you want to ask me or Airbee as creators behind the scenes, anything of the sort that you're curious about, this is now your time. And we move on to the last section of the interview, which is goals. What are your current goals for content creation and streaming? What are you working on right now?
It's kind of same thing. Have fun, make people learn something. Like I want to make more tutorials. I want to make more insightful videos. I have for streams a guilty game list of like a lot of games that I would like to play. Hollow Knight or In the Blind Forest, a lot of stuff. that I want to play at some point. Roleplay stories, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of goals in theory, but the main thing is just have fun. Yeah.
I don't know, like I was almost inclined to say, oh, having fun is like not a goal.
That's up for you to decide. If it's my goal, that's my goal.
It would be wrong of me to say that. So I that's why I went like a little, maybe I shouldn't say it. Okay, so do you have any specific...
I have a lot of goals that have the goal of having fun.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense? Go ahead,
No,
sorry.
it's okay. As in, like, it's okay, as in, like, I feel like I have a lot of fun doing what I do as well. Like, I think since I kind of completely switched over to, like, being a streamer and that being my full-time, and I, like, you know, make the effort to, you know, conduct programs like this and sit down and make, like, an intro video or whatever, like, my day-to-day. I've really quite enjoyed the entire process. Like, I think I have a ton of fun. When I wake up in the morning, I'm excited to work on the next thing, and it's nice. Yeah. It's actually generally so nice. Even though I don't, like, my goals are different, but I find myself always enjoying the process, and that's good. And I think that's kind of how I see the fun, kind of like a, not quite like maybe like a byproduct.
Yeah.
Anyway,
makes sense.
So, do you have any specific milestones you're hoping to reach on Twitch or YouTube?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. What is one big project you've been thinking about but haven't started yet?
Yeah, exactly. The series of fixing problems, quick and dirty. Why are my cheeks red? That's something I really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of videos just fixing problems. I also really want to make public avatars and a lot of worlds that I would like to do that I haven't really started working on.
Mm-hmm.
And I would really like to, it's nothing to do with content creation really, but I want to have a whole role play in the Spiral Knights universe in VR chat, like make a lot of worlds, make a story for that, and have a group play a role play, which is a huge thing that I would like to do but haven't started yet.
Do you have the community for it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, nice. Good.
Actually, that's something that was early as well with like what I'm proud of. I made a world from Spiral Knights in VR chat and a community around it. So like it's the crossover of the Spiral Knights and VR chat community, and there's also like over 100 people there.
Yeah, that's really
cool. That's also pretty cool.
Nice. Good. Are there any new skills or tools you want to learn to, I don't know, do what you want to do, basically?
I was thinking about this question. I think for avatar creation, Substance Painter would be really nice skill to learn. I have never touched Substance Painter, but I would like to purchase it and work with it. And for video stuff, B-roll, like having a smooth camera floating through the world and just having a nice view of the world as backroll video footage. I think I'm not that good at that.
VR chat developers, take notes, fuck's sake, please. Like, I'm so sick of controlling the camera with my thumbstick. It's awful.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
how hard? Like, if you can do
mean.
all this, put like face tracking on avatars, how hard is it to have 2 keyframes and have the camera fly between this? Like, you cannot tell me that you can't do this. I will not buy it. God's sake. But of course, there are like things that you can build into your avatar to do this. But you do it. You already have the things. Why are you making me do things? And then my avatar becomes heavy, and you're like, oh, this is not excellent avatar anymore. And then it doesn't support Quest. Fix this. You fix it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so are there any new platforms that you want to explore in the future, like Blue Sky?
No. Maybe YouTube Shorts is something that I would be interested. Like YouTube Shorts, I haven't touched them much. I made 2 YouTube Shorts, but I think it would be nice maybe for some things. Yeah.
All right. So how do you plan
and Gumroad and Booth,
of course,
like if I upload stuff there. Yeah.
Right. Of course, that makes sense. Or make a coffee.
I don't want money. Can you do stuff for free on Ko-fi?
Yes.
Okay.
And Ko-fi doesn't charge you
Okay.
a fee. I think any other platform like takes a cut. But Ko-fi, if somebody leaves your Ko-fi, they don't take a cut. So it's like not expensive on your side to host, and you can have like files and downloadables there for free as well. Just check it out. It's pretty good.
I should, yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah.
How do you plan to keep yourself motivated and inspired in the coming months? All right. I feel like almost asking me this question. Like, well, this question does not apply to me.
Just doing things as they come.
Yes. So, last question. If you could look back in a few years, what's one achievement you'd be most proud of as a creator?
Putting smiles on people's faces is what I came up with.
Get out of here, fucking McDonald's slogan.
No, but it's true. That is why I'm doing all of this. I want to make people happy, be it because they learned something and managed to fix their avatar problems, or they found a cool world, or they just had a nice video to lurk while eating lunch. Whatever. That's what I care about with the stuff that I do.
So guys, if you came here,
so I'm happy about that.
If you came here from Airbee's Discord, so because of his constant pinging, and you actually watched through everything, now you know what Airbee's heart desires. If you find his stuff useful, please tell him in a few words. This will make his day, I think.
And I have another thing that I wrote down there. Hold on, I forgot about that.
Okay.
I would also be proud as an achievement of if I managed to do it, staying true to myself and not caring about the algorithm. If I managed to do that, then that's an achievement I would be proud of.
I respect you, but I worked in advertising for 8 years. My soul is already sold to the devil. Like I don't even know where it is. Like. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, mine isn't. I know I'm not trying to keep
you
it
still
down.
have it. You still have the spark in your eyes. Okay, so Airbee, thank you so much for being here and all of your answers. I really enjoyed our conversations as well. But now I'd like to make you an offer. If you would like to ask me anything, go ahead.
I'm not prepared for that. I have technically a lot of questions in general on people. You
learned a few things about me. You learned that my real name is my real name, and I
did, yeah.
met Felix here and we got married.
That is true.
You learned a few things about me.
That is true.
Yeah.
So you said you stopped working in marketing, and now this is what are you doing full time, like doing content here?
Yes.
Okay. Did you think about doing VR chat stuff full time before quitting your job?
No. I quit my job first.
Okay. I was like, what do I do now? Oh, this could be fun.
Actually, me quitting my job was actually pretty slow. It didn't happen like overnight. And I had a lot of time to think about what the hell is it that I want to do. And after I kind of set my mind on, okay, you know what, I think I'm done working in the shitty industry and I'm going to quit. I wrote in my resignation and I got 2 weeks to reconsider it. Like my boss was like, just take 2 days, just take 2 weeks off. Like you don't have to write to HR, I'll take care of it. I really would like to have you in my team. Please don't go. And if you want help, I'm happy to talk to you. Like just take 2 weeks off. So I had 2 weeks without work just to think about what the fuck I want to do, right? And I was like, okay, you're very kind to offer this to me. Thank you so much. But not in one of those days of those 2 weeks that I really thought about going back to work. All I could think about is like cool shit that I want to do. I want to be an artist. I want to draw stuff. I want to make a VR chat avatar. I want to do this. I want to do that. I was just kind of really overwhelmed by I don't know. I felt like world was my oyster for a second. And the first thing I wanted to do
get
was
that.
actually fix this model. And I texted Jewelry Box and I was like, "Hey, Jewel, do you have these? Can you help me?" And no, really, like, she inspires me so much. She was like, "Yeah, sure." And we got on a Discord call for 7 hours. And we fixed the model from scratch. Like, we did this together, basically. This is with her help. And of course, once I kind of learned the basics, Felix helped me a lot as well with the Unity. So we spent those hours in Blender together, and I just had, like, you know, that feeling of like, oh my god, like I made a thing, and for myself, like not for art school, not for assignment, not for money, not for a client, because I wanted to. And I think that was like a really good feeling in my heart. I was like, you know what, I'm going to pursue this. And I think it wasn't that I was not nervous. I really was. And then there's the complications of like, okay, is this going to be like a living worth making? And if it becomes, then what do you do about the tax paying? Like, how do you run a business? I mean, okay, my master's was I studied my master's in business analytics, right? So I am very knowledgeable when it comes to, okay, running a business. Like, I know what to do technically behind the scenes. So I was not actually too worried about all that, although I was nervous. Like, I knew that I can figure it out. Anybody can figure it out. Like, it's not hard, guys. You think running a business is hard? It's not. They're just taking your money for nothing. And yeah, and streaming kind of happened. I don't know. Like, it just felt like, you know, I've never done this before. Let's make a Twitch account. And I'm still here.
Cool.
And
I have
like I
another
said, I've been
question.
enjoying this so far. But yeah, go ahead.
You're done. Yeah. How did you meet Jewelry Box? I think you met
Oh my
outside
god.
of VRChat or like at work or something?
No, we met
No?
in VR. So I actually knew her boyfriend from very early ages of like VRChat. Like when all you could do was like play Never Have I Ever. When VRChat was that years old, I met her boyfriend. And we played Never Have I Ever together a few times. And he introduced me to this avatar. Like this very same avatar that many years ago. And I put this on, never changed. Since day one. This has been my Abby. And he kind of stopped playing VRChat for a while. And then many, many years had passed. I joined him again. Yes, Felix, I would like a second onigiri. Thank you. Please save it for me. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Where was I? Yes, so we joined her, me and Felix, one random day. And I knew Jewelry Box because he had introduced me to her. Like, I joined them and they were together, and I was like, oh, you guys are like, there's a vibe. But I don't know if at the time they were dating. But anyway, many years later, I meet them again, and now Jewelry Box is like full-time content creator, because in America, it was a really bad time to be like a creative designer, because like there were strikes and layoffs, and like it was just a really bad time. So she was doing content creation full-time at the time, and we met, and we like we both had the time to get really close. Like we talked, like we actually really genuinely became friends. And so yeah, interesting. So I knew actually her boyfriend first, and then I got to know her, because he actually said, hey, you should meet Jewel, because she is also a designer. You guys would be friends. And that's how we started talking.
That's cool. When was that approximately? When you started talking?
20. Okay, I think I met her boyfriend like 2016 or something.
That's a lot. It's long ago.
I'm not even sure. No, I can't. Maybe. I think around 2016. And then I met her around the same time. And then we really became close maybe 2019, I think.
That's crazy. That's cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
I've
the
known
annoying thing
her
is
for like,
any
I don't know,
question.
at this point maybe 10 years. Like, fuck.
Yeah, time goes fast. Time goes fast. I
Yeah.
have friends online. Aritom, who was here earlier, I've met in Spiral Nights in 2011.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
we've been
yeah,
friends for a long time now, 15 years.
yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. Yeah, kind of all the questions I would ask are not content creation related,
Oh yeah,
but
go
more
for it.
like
That's fine.
personal questions. So I'm
No,
like,
go
I don't
for
know.
it. I'm an open book.
No, but I'm trying to think. So would you like to do this full time as a job
I think
right
I
now?
am already doing that.
Yeah. Okay. And okay.
And I'm thoroughly enjoying it more than my day-to-day job.
Yeah. Yeah. Though I would imagine that the payoff so far is way less than your
Oh yeah, it's
day-to-day
less.
job that you
And
had.
it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
luckily, I'm in a position where that is not so important right now. But like, I have the luxury of not caring about it. And this is all thanks to Felix. Shout out to you, by the way.
But you would like to grow? Would you like to grow?
Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
How do you feel about being famous? Would you like to be famous?
No. I mean, I don't care. I don't have complicated feelings towards this. I guess I don't mind being famous, but it's not something I'm after necessarily. I feel like it's again one of the byproducts. Like fun.
Okay.
Like it just happens.
Yeah. I see. Okay. But you will enjoy having this grow, becoming more valuable, like in terms of payout, whatever.
I think one of the reasons why, just to kind of expand on, one of the reasons I don't mind so much is because I have a very strict like personal life, and I do not cross this professionally, so I'm not worried about that right now.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I see. Yeah, no.
But you wanted
I'm
to ask
clueless.
something else, but I interrupted.
No, I didn't have anything in mind. I really like holding monologues, and I like having dialogues, but I'm not very used to the position of just asking questions, at least not without preparation.
But
so
that's
like,
okay. That's okay.
You know, questions come naturally when we're talking. What did you do today? What were you eating? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not only can you not do small talk, you are also put on the spot right now. So my apologies. I just wanted to extend. I wanted it to be not just one way me interrogating you.
Yeah, no, I get it. But that was the purpose of the stream, so it's fine.
But I don't think it felt like that. I think we had a lot to say anyway.
Yeah, we had a dialogue. Yeah.
All right, so I think it is time for us to wrap up. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. But more importantly, thank you so much, Airbee, for coming and joining us. And perhaps maybe cutting short.
I think.
No, it was fine. Meeting. But yeah,
it was fine.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. You were wonderful to talk to. You have some really interesting opinions. Thank you for all of the knowledge you shared with us today and with me personally. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And everyone follow Airbee. Go on over
and Sajini too.
To Airbee's account and follow them. And he doesn't say this, okay? So I had to say this on his behalf. Go and follow him on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, support him when you can, and tell him.
Yeah, I'm gonna post.
And if you find his video useful and fun, make sure you write it in words and tell him, because words are important, okay?
True.
On that
makes
note,
my day. If any comment says nice, I enjoyed. It's good.
Just
very
nice.
Very appreciated.
Use more words. The vocabulary in English is quite large.
That's true.
All right.